I am Mark, your kind and generous dungeon master. If you are shitting comfortably, we shall begin. Our characters have... Yes, I did. I have just returned from the city-state of Gulg after avoiding going there assiduously for session after session after session. While there, they had meetings with not only the Shadow King of Nibene, but also the Oba of Gulg, revealing unto them the extent of the Elan conspiracy, strange, semi-functional humanoids created by an order of psionicists known as the Order. With the word out about Elan infiltrators, there is talk of an alliance between the 7 cities to oust them from within Athasian society, and thereby dealing the Order a serious blow. Now, back in Tyr, after a week or so on the road from Gulg, we find our heroes recuperating, resting at Matthias's villa, where they are greeted one fine Athasian morning by the arrival of their Templar associate, I would say Templar friend, but I mean, let's not start the session by lying. The lady Kyrodius, who has been quite busy in the time that they've been away. Those of you who've been following may well recall that House Minthur dealt a rather unpleasant blow to both Matthias and Portek by setting fire to their farms. Kyrodius has been looking into ways to win justice for her companions. The morning is cool for Tyr. A gentle mist has rolled down off the ringing mountains, briefly shrouded the valley before being scorched away by the rays of the crimson sun. Kyrodius, as you're admitted to the villa, you can see there are guards on the walls. In the last time since you were here, you have heard tell that your companions have been attracting troops from across the tablelands. Former warriors of House Freydlav, half-giants who have come to serve under Ra, an entire bevy of halflings drawn by Bengal's fame, among which Tebow, he's on the far side of the garden, watering the pear trees. Doesn't notice your arrival. Your former companions are at various places in and around the house, the kitchen, the lounge. I will hand over to you for how you deal with that.
That is me, right? Is that me?
Let's make it all about the halfling. Find the
No, I was just asking. No, if it's not me, it's fine. Never mind.
I was actually talking to Kyrodius, but that's fine.
Okay, Kyrodius, then continue.
Feel free to steal her scene.
I was confused. I'm sorry. I heard halfling, and I was like, I
am. Okay, Kyrodius enters and waits for I presume the servants to let her into the main room. I presume.
Yes. You are admitted in due course.
Mm-hmm. Who is present there at the moment?
Ask them. I presume everybody's at the villa. Whether they've all been gathered into the lounge or the dining area for breakfast, sure, why not?
Tick-Tick's there, but he's in the practice yard.
Is he staring at the wall?
No, he's not. He's fighting a dummy thing.
Tin is in the practice yard as well, but he's meditating, syncing myself up to the villa, Mark.
Okay, good.
Matthias will be in the kitchens, half naked, shirtless, probably walking around, just picking at food for breakfast.
Ra will be doing the same, but blissfully unaware of Matthias's half nakedness.
Okay.
Bengal is not blissfully unaware, and he's just trying to keep his food down. Honestly.
What?
is he doing that in the?
Yeah, he's eating
room?
and he's going. Bleh.
Matthias is not me in real life.
I'm just kidding.
Matthias is hard, okay?
He's tough, man. Yeah, I get it.
One of your servants lets you know, by the way, Matthias, that the Lady Kyrodius has arrived.
Firing.
Hi there.
Morning.
Morning. I heard you were back.
Yes.
No. I already had my my. Oh, but if you have some berries, that would be lovely.
Plenty of berries. Halflings actually left us some.
You talking about me?
Halflings.
Well.
I keep a secret stash on the top shelf. I'll get some for you.
Yeah, about that secret stash.
I thought you guys can't reach up here.
No, I mean, you know what they say about 3 hobbits in a trench coat?
Yep, I was going to say the same.
Yeah, they stack, don't they? So maybe. It's good that you're back. Of course, I've been looking into presenting our case into the council and having a look at what the council members actually think on the subject, and whether we could, get them to in advance to be sure that they vote for anything that we bring forward. So maybe we bring everybody together and we talk about this, because there are some other developments which I need to discuss with everybody.
Sure.
And while you do that, can I have a moment? And she looks at Bengal to briefly talk to Tebow.
I mean, of course, if he wants to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll see you here in the breakfast room in half an hour or something.
I haven't seen McFiery. Where did he go?
McFiery? Oh, right. The little lizard fellow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Last you heard, he was performing at his cousin's wedding.
Uh-huh.
He's not been back since.
Booked and busy, I see.
I'll look out the
The
door.
Lacora is very much in demand at such events.
Tin. Tick. You're needed.
Hello.
Oh, I missed him.
What do you need?
Kyrodius wants to speak to us.
When he hears Kyrodius's name, you suddenly smell this slight waft of acid in the air.
What does Kyrodius need to do for her now?
She has some news regarding the farms.
Meanwhile, I'm like wafting away the scent of acid, trying to get it away.
So she has news for you in Portek.
Well, it involves the group, I'm assuming. She's asked for you as well.
Is she ill?
I don't know, Port. I don't know. Why don't you just come into the room and find out?
Tickle go up to Matthias. Kyrodius is friend now?
Yes.
So clutch?
In my eyes, yes.
Tick, the group has used the majority has decided that Kyrodius is part of this group now. Would you care to have a vote yourself?
When decided?
It was while you were out in the wilds. We didn't know how to find you.
It was a shock at first, but there's a lot she's done behind the scenes for us.
We should be more than grateful to her, honestly.
Agreed.
If Clutch decide this, I accept.
Yeah, that was my statement as well.
I'll go stand in the corner.
Okay.
I will join Tick in the corner.
All right. Kyrodius actually is not in the living room, but has taken a moment to step out into the garden. You walk across Matthias's manicured lawn. Tebow, you're standing behind him looking down. He's working away at some little plot of ground. Looks over his shoulder towards you. There's a maturity to his face that you hadn't seen before. The years of his childhood are slightly behind him now as he moves into the adolescence of the halflings. He looks up at you and stands and just stares at you.
Hi, Tebow.
Hello.
I brought you something. And she produces a little thing covered by a little cloth, little box or something. She lifts it slightly open. You remember him. He's yours.
What is in the box?
The Tebow's critic lizard.
He looks down at the lizard. You're talking about a live lizard, right?
Yeah, it was his critic lizard that he kept in the kitchen. Yeah.
Yep. There's a whole mix of emotions across his face.
I am.
What do you?
I am sorry. I realize I was wrong. I didn't mean to be, but I was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And this gestures toward the lizard. Why'd you give me this?
This was your pet. I think
Like I was your pet. What makes you think I want a reminder like this?
I'm sorry.
You keep saying that like it's going to make a difference. You could say no other word with every breath that you take until the day the elements claim you, and it still wouldn't be enough.
I know.
Do you? You stole me from my family.
I bought you, yes. You were already stolen, but yes. By buying you, I made that acceptable in a way.
What do you want?
Just to tell you that I'm sorry. Yes, nothing else I can do or ask of you. At least this I can tell you.
Well, you've said it now.
there's anything I can do for you, or anything that you want, or anything that you need, just let me know.
Anything I want, anything I need. I want to have not been your slave. I want to know who my parents were. I need to know. But I can't. My family. You don't know. You can't tell me. What you have done, what you took from me for years.
I can't make it right.
No, you can't.
No. I cannot. I cannot. And I realize.
So don't ask me what I want and need. Because there's nothing I want from you. Nothing. So go back to your life and your Templar's robes and your riches and your villa in the Golden City. He looks around the garden. I don't even know what I'm doing here. He turns and looks back at the box. You can do one thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
You can set that animal free.
Where would be the best place to do that?
Goodbye, mistress. And he turns, and tears now starting to stream down his cheeks, stamps his way across the garden into the house. Those of you inside see him kind of stamp past the living room, doors slamming.
Looks like that went well.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what she talks to us about.
I think that went as expected.
And a moment
Hope
or two
they're
later, I
both
suppose,
okay.
Kyrodius, her features ashen, rejoins you in the villa's living room.
So are you going to be okay?
Yes, Ross. What else is there to do?
He may still change his mind.
I would understand if he doesn't. It took me some time to get there, but I do understand. Do you know where is the best place to free a critic lizard?
No, not really.
Who would know? Because I don't know that much about critic lizards except that you keep them in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Tin,
usually I just eat them, so...
Don't eat this one. This is Tebow's pet.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Tin, you know that critic lizards are a thoroughly domesticated species, actually. And certainly one that's been kept as a pet for some time would not survive in the wild.
Rara's
Release it here. It could be a pet.
Rara's instinctively like hitting away Tick-Tick's like mandibles away from the box, like just instinctively like stop.
What do you want to do with this animal again?
It needs to be set free.
Oh, it's a pet.
What-
Isn't it?
Where are you going to set this free?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know where to set that free.
Here.
Normally where we set it free, where it lives at my place, it's in the larder. It likes dark places.
If you set it free, it's going to die. Leave it here at the villa, if anything.
Okay.
May I?
Yeah, you go.
Tick tick.
And I'll
No,
hold.
no eating.
I'll hold it. And can I use my empathy on it to try and get its feeling?
Yeah, it is deeply upset. They have a form of telepathy that picks up on the mental emanations of their owner, and its closest bond up to now has, of course, been with Tebow, and his highly distraught state has sent the critic lizards into a bit of a fugue. Actually, it's curled at the bottom of the box, like juddering and shaking to itself. Its colors ashen.
Ra's gonna just kind of go into the corner of the room and sit down with the lizard, and she's just going to
Eat it.
no, stop it, Tick-Tick. Get out of my head.
No,
Not for the eating.
I'm Tick-Tick, no.
She's just gonna spend time trying to calm it down, and she's gonna try and bond with it and just try and relax it and take care of it while she feels really bad for Kyrodius and wants to relieve her of some kind of responsibility, so is trying to almost take on and try and look after this, at least while this conversation goes on.
I try
Yes,
and
okay.
aid her by spraying Tick Tick with water.
I promised Tebow to release it, but and I've been taking care of it ever since Tebow left. But it's his critic lizard, and it likes to live in the darkness of the larder. I believe they like dark places. They'll also actually, on a side note, they will warn you if any of the stuff close to them, food-wise, that kind of stuff, is poisonous.
Yeah, they're considered to be good luck.
I would suggest that you then probably release it in your own larder, and then maybe Tebow, when I'm gone, he might, take pity on it. I don't know.
Have you considered maybe letting it free, but come with someone? I just wonder if I spend enough time with it, maybe it will become friends with me and then will come with me. It will be free, but it will still be under my care.
If Tebow is okay with that, yes. You asked Tebow? Look, at this stage, I don't want to do anything anymore that he doesn't.
I can
want to
ask
do.
him.
I'm sure Tebow doesn't want the creature to die.
No, but he's angry with me, and I don't want this creature to become a victim because of that anger.
I can probably explain it to him in a way that would allow us to keep it. And it
Tim's
wouldn't
gonna
die.
walk over to the animal and put his head kind of like against its, and I'm gonna use speak with animal and see what the animal wants.
Okay.
Feeling Tin approach.
I'm giving it
Ra's
scritches as well. Giving scritches.
Yeah, feeling
Oh,
Tin approach. Ra is gonna say,
He's really upset right now. He's really distressed. I'm trying to calm him down.
Thank you.
So you kind of scratch at the back of its neck, and the spines along its back all fan upward and tremble in pleasure at the touch. And as your mind touches it, and they communicate with a crude form of body language anyway, so it's not hard for you to speak with it. Safety. This one wants safety and quiet. and peace.
We're gone quite often, and the place is pretty much unattended. You could have lay of the land here as long as you could fend for food while we're gone.
Yes. Little insects taste well. Lady in black makes my friend upset. I want her to be away from him.
I will let the lady in black know to keep distance. And while you're here, you could also keep an eye on the lady in black, should she be around. You could help protect Tebow.
What is Tebow?
Your owner.
What is
The one who
owner?
cares for you. The one who cares for you.
Little friend.
Little friend, yes.
Yes. Yes, protect little friend. Its color brightens a little bit, and it kind of head lifts, and its
You
big
protect little
liquid
friend.
eyes.
You protect little friend, and myself and the large one here will protect you.
It purrs in gratitude.
Would you like her to continue to hold you, or did you want to start getting a lay of the land to understand your new home?
Her hands are nice and big. They are like big beds. And it curls
Very
itself
well.
up in your palm a bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
If there's anything you need while you're here, feel free to speak with me. It'll probably be a little easier for me to understand than someone else.
There's another grateful purr.
I need a poem written about Ra's appearance, like legs like tree trunks, hands like little beds,
Big beds.
hands like big beds.
And I'm whispering this as best I can because, I don't want to appear too crazy.
Yeah.
Too late. We already know who you are.
Yeah, I already realized that. Tim's insane. All right, I'm going to step off to the side. Enjoy your beds for the time being.
It purrs again and curls itself up, nose under its tail. And its eyes droop slightly as it relaxes.
I'll step back, my voice kind of retaining, be like, it likes you very much. I'll turn to the group. It can stay here for the time being. It's content with that.
Very good. What an eventful morning.
Yes.
Anyway, what is it you need, Kyrodius?
What is it I need?
Well, sorry,
Um,
you had information.
yes. I see your foreclosure sign is not yet up on your estate.
No.
Well, about the court case with the Minthurs that we were preparing, right?
Yes.
You asked me to look into that and prepare the way. So I've been doing that. I've been trying to kind of figure out the lay of the land, where all the council members stand and what they would vote and what they would like to have to be swayed to vote for anything that we would like to propose. While doing that, I came across something very interesting. And that is that Daddy Minthur is smuggling slaves into Undertier.
Very interesting.
The thing is, I don't have proof for it yet. Well, I kind of have proof, but it's not real proof. It's hearsay. But the person who I get it from really believes it. And well, what I need your help with is to actually set up something that we can actually get some more definitive proof about how the operation works and where we can actually catch them with their pants down that they're actually doing it. Because if we have proper proof of Minthur actually smuggling slaves into Tyr, be it Tyr or under Tyr, that is not really a difference. Well, that would certainly be a very swaying argument for the council to make sure that they don't get away with what they've done. There's something else. Part of that rumor is who those slaves are being traded to. So, are you sitting down?
I'm sure I'll be fine.
I'm obviously standing.
It's the Kalak's old Uber defiler. Dotham Alpane.
When you say Uber, what do you mean?
The guy
Like his boss?
No, his main defiler. One of his main nasty ones. The one that chased us down to the Red Temple, remember? The one that zapped me in front of the door there, that one.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I wonder what happened to him.
Well, he fled down in Undertale, apparently. And he's doing there something with slaves. Not sure what. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're actually doing something with collecting slaves for the payment. But why they would do that in Tyr and not somewhere else, I have no idea. But either way, we need to find proof about this if we want to present that to the council. And this is why I brought this to you. Whether you guys are interested in this. You know that you're already out of the financial problems, right?
Yes, thank you.
No, I didn't do anything. Well, maybe giving some sideways advice to the quartermaster of Portek. But while you guys were gone, he came back with the shipment from Portek, and that coincided with your harvest. And that the grain price actually on the Tyr market was in the A category. So we actually managed to save your estate with the sales, and Portek's estate.
That's a huge.
You didn't make the profit that you were going to, but you won't lose the estate.
Exactly. That's the main thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
This estate is here to fund the house.
Well, it won't do that in the coming year. It will fund the estate. You will have a small profit, but it's nothing to actually fund all the enterprises of all your people and everybody here who's part of the house. That won't be able to do. But both the estates are safe.
That's good news.
And you didn't need my help for that. So
thank you, regardless. I know you would have been there anyway.
Sure, but still.
So under Tyr.
You guys need to decide what you want with this, whether you want to actually pursue this. There's no financial need to pursue it anymore. You can also just say, look, Minthurs. But then, of course, then you let it stand, but they can do whatever they want.
There has to be redemption from that.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we set out at the beginning to make Tyr a free city. And as long as those people are trading slaves in Under Tyr, we haven't achieved our goal.
Exactly.
Where are the slaves coming from? Have you found that out?
Look, the rumor I found, in the head of one of the terrified council members who's terrified that they will find out that he knows this. And he's specifically terrified about the whole connection with Dotham Alpane, because that is one scary person. And that's something we should consider as well. If we poke the bear, we might actually raise a nest of hornets.
Well, regardless, we're going to have to do something about it.
So are we on board to see where we can find someone? My proposal is that I know where to find this information. The council member got it from a party where he was with Verassi, and Verassi was boasting about this in a drunken stupor. So it's in Verassi's mind, and I can read his mind, but I have to create the circumstances where I can do so without him knowing. And that's going to be a little bit tricky. So I've been doing some recon on that. We know that he, of course, goes to all the slums, and he drinks and he whores there.
Why don't we just take it from his corpse?
No, because we need him to actually provide the proof later on.
I have a place in the slums that we can, if we need to launch some kind of an offensive or.
Well, what I've been looking at all the because he's got his regular customers which he goes to get his fun from, and I've been reconnaissing reconnoitering their places to see whether I could get in and what kind of place it would be and what they're doing and what kind of people they are, just to kind of make some groundwork for this. And I think I've got one in the slums that is a good target. So when he goes there, his guards stay out of the door, and he has his fun and sleeps there. It's that moment that I want to use to have actually to be there unnoticed and read his mind to see whether I can find anything out on where his daddy does this whole trading thing. Any things, any leads that we have on this.
I think that sounds like the perfect time. I reckon we should go for it.
How that proof of his father's
it gives us a start. It gives us a start to start looking where
it how can we use that in evidence?
Oh, well, you can get one of the mind readers from the school of thought to be present at the council thing and make that person look. You can claim it's the truth. I've seen it in his mind. You go check out for yourself. It's there. So that is a form of proof. But I don't want to throw the other council person under the bus that has heard it from Verassi, because what he knows is only hearsay. We need to have actual proof that this is actually being done, and that we can only find with the Minthurs.
So what do you need from us?
A safe environment, maybe a distraction for those guards, or maybe we can take the guards out or something like that. For me, just an opportunity to be there with him unnoticed while he's asleep, so I can actually read his mind without him noticing. We don't want to wake up the bear before we actually want to wake up the bear, you know. And also, if it goes south, then I need somebody to help me maybe get extracted.
Well,
so we want to make sure
to...
that he does not know it is us.
That would be best, yeah.
We might be able to organize a distraction, and then maybe if some of us were there on hand, just in case it went south as well, is what you're saying.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mark, do I know of any poisons that would just send someone to sleep and keep him asleep for a while?
Anything that's listed as paralysis on the chart would.
This is a weird question, Mark. Do I know any animals that can create a poison that could put somebody to sleep?
Kanks have a paralytic poison, and with his poison mastery, Matthias could turn that paralysis into a form of sleep fairly easily.
I can also paralyze.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe working
right,
with Tick
your
Tick.
cream, of course. There you go. Yes.
So can I work with Tick Tick to create something for that?
Yes.
I can give you some of my venom.
Mhm.
Surely.
And I can turn that.
And
well,
you reckon 100 ceramic pieces of various herbs and spices would allow you to modify it as much as you needed.
okay. So how do we want this poison?
Good.
And what?
Say that again, please. Was that to me?
That was to the group.
Oh.
And how
You could-
would we want to deliver it?
In his
The-
drink.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on how quickly it works. If it takes a little bit of time to work, then yeah, we should put it in his drink.
I can make it instant.
Matthias can set the dial any way he likes.
Oh, that is
It,
nice.
well, it's nice, but we also want him to not be suspicious.
Is there any when he is with his girlies in their rooms? Does he have? Do they drink? Is there wine there as well? While he is
Yes.
having fun?
Yes.
We could
You could-
poison,
you
I could
could-
poison the wine, so both
You-
him.
Do you think it
and-
would be possible, to get into the room beforehand
I think so.
and set everything up?
Maybe is there is there a possibility that are those girls on the take?
How do you mean? Are they robbing him?
No, are they amenable to maybe
Well,
help you with this thing
why don't we
without
just
them being?
poison the wine?
If
so
you're
both
if
of
you're
them
talking
take-
about the ones from the Warrens, absolutely. Those from the higher class places in the noble quarters, no.
No.
They're much less likely to be corruptible. But the ones in the Warrens, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
By
So,
definition, they're pretty desperate.
so maybe we make that part of the plan. We help them we provide them with the bottle, with the poison, and tell her to pour him a glass of wine, and then he falls asleep in your arms, and then I get the moment that we need to sift through his memories.
Well, that still leaves her as an alibi to lead to you. So why not just poison the bottle and let them both drink from it, and then they're both asleep, and then that way
Okay.
there's nothing leading to us.
So that means that you have to be in the room with me there because I'm not handling that poison.
Fine.
I'll fall asleep on the doorstep of the of the room.
Fine. I
I
can.
could administer it personally, but I don't think you want that.
I could easily administrate it personally, and I probably wouldn't feel a thing. But there's a chance that he may resist it. But
So-
if I do it personally, and I just pull out like these tiny little needles, you probably wouldn't even feel this, and it would be instant. Would they feel? Do they feel? I mean, I know. Mind you, my needles do about 10 damage,
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be something he doesn't feel.
but I'm sure I could
Safest,
do it
the-
in a
the-
way.
So no, and if it's an injury poison,
Yeah.
then that means you're breaking the skin. So he's
Okay.
going to feel that.
Right.
However, if you want something that he doesn't feel, then you want either contact or you want ingested.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So you're able to change its delivery method, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So you could put it on a needle and make it contact. Then you just have to touch him with it. That he wouldn't necessarily feel. And if you put it in the drink, then he certainly wouldn't feel it.
But the thing is, you need to be very careful with that because if you put it in the drink, you have no control over who drinks it first. And that might cause a problem because if she then drinks it first and then falls asleep before he gets the drink, and like, what's going on here?
Well, then make sure the onset time is not immediate.
Well, I think maybe the contact thing is maybe better because he can
It's not an
actually
issue.
apply it. Yeah,
I can make
once.
Portek make me invisible.
Portek is not here, is he?
Oh.
Vortek is at his farm
Yeah.
and is not available until Carl starts playing him.
So not appearing in this movie.
So not appearing in this scene. You're not entirely sure that Kyrodius and Portek are different people, to be honest.
No. It's been very clearly stated that Portek just does not like Kyrodius, and Kyrodius thinks Portek is a pompous fart. So there it is.
I've never seen them in the same place.
No.
They could be Batman.
Let me change the overlay. There you go. Kyrodius.
Okay.
I'll just go in. I'll poison the wine while they're sitting there having their fun. They won't even know I'm there.
Or you don't make it immediate, the wine, so that at least there's some onset time, maybe.
Yeah, just pour it in the wine.
I'll pour it in the wine and make it a few minutes.
Yeah, and then they all start to feel drowsy together. And...
Okay, and then I'll be in the room there as well, and then we take it from there. Okay, so then we have the guards. We need to somehow be in that room without the guards knowing.
You to even know. You can enter the room after I've done my deed. Once I leave, you enter.
Yeah, but they're in front of the door.
What if you said that he likes women, right?
Yeah, he's got a particular taste for women, yeah.
What if, Kyrodius, you're a woman? What if you posed as one of his women and then did the contact thing?
Interesting. Matthias smiles wildly at this.
You dirty fucker.
Is Kyrodius a pretty woman?
Kyrodius is
Ra
mostly
doesn't-
covered.
Yeah, she's
Ra doesn't
quite
know.
attractive.
Isn't she covered most of the time?
I drew her, so she's quite attractive.
There's a connection there. So therefore, hey
He
man,
knows
I
Kyrodius.
don't draw mingers, all right?
No, but like I remember Carl describing the character to me when I did the art, and there was
you do the picture justice.
Yes.
She's a pretty woman.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so funny you say that
Cool.
because I had to draw Persephone and Tess was like, she's very plain, she's not beautiful, and I was like, oh, really? I like drawing pretty women.
Nah, Kyrodius is a proper fit bird, innit?
yeah, she's not a minger.
No.
But he knows Kyrodius, so that won't work.
That's why there's a disguise.
Yeah, but there's all sorts of ways that might go wrong.
I'm just saying, do we really think that, like,
Okay, I've got
he
an
would
idea.
notice Kyrodius?
Something tells me that Kyrodius doesn't have the, shall we say, acting skills required to pretend to be a hooker.
Well,
So any
yeah,
poisons
to
that
pretend
make
to be a
someone
lady of the night.
confused.
Can you
like-
imagine?
Look, Ra
Unless
just,
you're
not the-
hiding talents I'm not aware of.
look, Ra just put an idea out there. I'm gonna go back to petting my lizard. I just thought I'd put it on the table is all, okay? So
Actually, when you started, I was actually thinking that you were going to offer yourself for that particular role, but
what, a half giant, a blind half giant to touch someone
You might like
as
to
Too
a
well known.
contact thing. That would
Smash!
be it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think that would go very well.
but you were happy to offer my character for that role then.
I think a half giant would probably stand out quite a bit, and then I'd have to make contact.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm teasing you.
Bengal's worth it. He's ready to do it. Just say the word,
Bengal,
you know? Yeah.
just put on some drag.
Look,
You got
I'm-
this.
my,
Oh,
my,
yeah.
my disguise skills
Tick
are-
ready
are
to
good enough.
take one for the team.
Tick tick. You're gonna put on a wig, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to rein you guys in here a little bit. Jades, to answer your question, there are some exotic poisons that can induce states of confusion in people. You'd need a day or two to source those through your bardic contacts. There's nothing on your list of known poisons.
Okay. What's debilitation? What's that mean?
It makes them collapse with nausea or muscle spasms, or they're still conscious, but they're not able to act.
Ideally,
diarrhea.
they need knocking out, but
Yeah,
Yeah, you
we already
need-
established that we were going to use my venom.
yeah, but I'm talking
Yeah,
about the
uses
guards.
venom. Oh, yeah.
For the guards?
So, Mark, she's been
Yes.
looking very carefully into the routines that they do. Would there be an opportunity for us to get into that room before he enters?
Yes.
So that would be probably
Yeah,
the best.
he in the Warrens he normally goes to well, it's been renamed the Kallax Demise. It's one of the worst places in the Warrens. They have a large tap room downstairs. There are fights almost every night on the upper floor. There's a number of rooms which can be, should we say, rented by the hour. And he's got a couple of those that he frequents. One in particular where the woman he sees there is Vala, and there's one room back one on the left. So yes, if you know that he's en route, you could get yourselves in there a few minutes before him and before Varasi and his guards arrive. Yeah.
Yeah, and before Vala is in that room as well.
Yes. Yeah. She won't go in until he arrives. She'll be downstairs trying to schmooze drinks and ceramics off the customers in the tap room.
Okay, and that's what we do, guys. We set up where Matthias and I go and position ourselves in that room. And
can you hide yourself, though? Right.
Yes. Yes, I can.
Good. Thanks.
I'm fairly confident that I should have no problem with that.
Okay. I will craft.
Right,
I will start crafting the poisons.
I provide some of my venom. I guess it'll be one bite dose.
Yeah.
Is that enough? I don't know.
Yeah.
Up to you. Is there any way to make it more powerful, as in the save?
Only if it were on your list already of a poison that you've enhanced. So no.
Okay. So 100 ceramics I take off. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, from now on, he knows how to make this recipe.
No.
Yes. As long as he has the venom, he can. As long as he has a dose of venom, he can then. Yeah. This is not specifically a type of. What he's doing here is taking a dose of poison that he's been given.
Yeah.
And using his poison mastery skill to modify its onset time and delivery method.
Okay.
Which is part of his 10th level poison
and then,
mastery.
And could he then, next time that he makes does the same, could he then maybe enhance the save?
No, he would need. And he could get it. That type of venom does become available, but he needs to be a lot higher level.
Okay. Yeah.
Which one is it?
I think it's O.
Oh, Kank venom, mountain spider venom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It'll be the same then, yeah, because yours is power.
It's O or Q. It's O or Q. I'd have to check, but okay. So you spend the rest of the day brewing the poison, getting the various herbs and spices needed from the market. In the time that you're doing that, is there anything that the rest of you wanted to do? Ra, I'll get to you in a second. You wanted to talk to Tebow briefly. Tin, Bingle Bangle?
I mean, I'd probably just be heading upstairs anyway to see all of the halflings.
Okay.
So.
Tim would just go to the combat yard and just do a little bit of training right before they leave.
All right. Probably present in your mind, Tin, is, never mind Varasi, it's the mention of the bodyguards.
Yeah.
Almost certainly, these are the gentlemen who you met before in your incident in Shadow Square that ended up with you being, started with you being shoved into a fruit stall and ended with Nissa dead.
That's kind of why he's in the practice yard right now.
So that's something to look forward to. Upstairs, Min and Max together. Am I seeing that from chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Tebow has calmed down enough to not be crying. As you come into the small room that he's been occupying, he's lying on his bed, facing away from the door. Just a small little mound. He hears the familiar of your tree trunks, Ra. And you can see him. Sits himself up. Tries to make himself a little bit presentable. He sees it as both of you. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
I'm sorry for making all that noise. I know you have important things coming.
It's all right. Your things are just as important.
I didn't know she was going to be here today. I wasn't expecting to see her today.
I wasn't either, but we're all dealing with it in different ways. You know that.
She gave you the lizard, did she?
I asked for it, actually.
We did a little bit of digging, Tebow, and It seems like this lizard, it wouldn't survive on its own out there.
No. No, it's been kept too long.
I don't think so. Do you remember when we first met? You weren't kept too long. And I was there to help you. So, think of it like that. We're just here to help.
I think maybe I was.
Sorry, you go ahead.
No, nothing.
I was wondering if maybe this lizard, it really likes you. And I was wondering if maybe you wanted to be with each other. And if not, I understand. We have permission that this lizard can live in. Does the lizard have a name? I feel bad saying it and the lizard all the time.
I never needed to give it a name. He was always just my lizard.
Okay.
I want you to have him. I can't.
That's okay.
I can't. She put it on her flag. She put it on her flag wearing the clothes she used to make me wear. That's how sorry she is. He sits on the end of the bed. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I can't. He looks you straight in the eyes, Mangal. I'm sorry, I can't stay here. This city, the walls, it's the smell of it. Every day, the smell of it reminds me. I thought I could. I wanted to come back and see you, and be with the soldiers. I can't stay here.
You don't have to explain yourself. It's alright. You can go back to Karana, and I'll come to you.
When I was in the trees, I felt like I was at home, and I didn't I didn't even know what that was, that feeling.
It's indescribable.
Yeah. You won't be angry if I go back.
Of course not. I've still got to wrap up a couple things here, but trust me, I'll be there soon. Permanently.
Really? I think I'd like that. I don't think... I know she didn't think of what she was doing as bad when she was doing it.
Doesn't mean it wasn't, though. And you're okay. And it's okay for you to not get over it.
And I think she really is sorry, but
I think so too. And she's trying, but some things are too big for just sorry.
yeah, they are. Thank you, both of you.
We'll make sure your lizard is well fed.
And
He's your lizard now.
to reassure you, while he's here, he's free. He won't be kept in a cage or anything. He can leave whenever he wants. I just want to give him some way where he can be safe. I think I'm gonna name him Bloom.
That's a nice name. He stands, wipes his face one last time. Right, I suppose I should get my things together then, and tell Matthias that he needs a new gardener.
I'm sure he'll be sad to see you go.
Well, at least he'll have someone who doesn't steal his food so much. And he kind of throws himself forward, bagal, and hugs you, and tries with his free hand to grab you by your leg, Ra.
I'll just kind of lean in and just kind of just slightly lean against. She'll also open her hand to also kind of try and allow the lizard to also kind of say goodbye.
He pulls himself back from the hug, looks at the lizard, touches it really awkwardly on its head, and then pulls his hand away and hurries out of the room before his emotions get the better of him again.
You okay, Bengal?
Yeah, I'm alright. A lot of shit for one day, huh?
Do you ever feel like that?
What, like I miss home?
Yeah.
Yeah, most days.
Do you think you're ever gonna go back?
Well, yeah, after everything here settles down, I don't see why not.
Like, kind of makes me hope things don't settle down.
Guess that remains to be seen, then, eh?
I'm gonna find a place to make Bloom a little bed.
Alright.
And she'll kind of head out the room and then go and make him like a little resting spot, but then she's just like really excited and then is like, I have to show Zorak my new pet, and then it's like just going straight there.
Okay, excellent, nice.
No, Tick, no.
Well, that's not as bad as what's happening in chat with Wolfsbane, who's suggesting that you deep fry him on a stick.
Horrible.
I'm laughing at.
Tick doesn't cook his food. Come on.
Oh, no, he says he's offering that Bloom can sleep in his mouth.
I'll take care of Bloom for you.
Yeah.
I don't sleep. I don't know about you guys, but
You need to learn that in Mark's campaigns, naming creatures does not give them plot armor.
Listen, Kank and so my Kank Honey and my Inix Bumble are still alive. Okay?
They are indeed, that's true.
Bloom.
That sounds like a challenge, Mark.
I
No,
am a
don't taste
kind
good.
and generous DM, all right?
Bloom is
Are you
gonna
trying to
live.
convince us or you?
Hours later, the poison is ready. Night has fallen across Tyr. With the heat having dissipated somewhat, Caravan Way is alive with traffic, and the sounds of merrymaking and drinking float out of Shadow Square and the surrounding streets of the Warrens. You're making your way to Kalak's demise.
Yes.
Yes.
What should I do? I am very conspicuous.
Well, I was thinking maybe Ron Tick, you maybe hold back because no offense, but people are gonna see you coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
So we can provide, I guess, support if anything goes astray.
Figures loitering in the alleys around Kalak's demise or on the edges of Shadow Square are not an unusual sight. So you guys doing so will not arouse any particular suspicion. Let me just flip you over to the map so you have some context here. Where are we? Here is, I don't know if that's still loading for you. It's a bit blurry here. Shadow Square is right here.
Right in the shadow of the ziggurat? Is that why it's called
Exactly.
Shadow Square?
Yes, sure. Why not?
I thought you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
as good a reason as any.
The lights of the Drunken Giant and the Red Cank and various other wine shops spill orange illumination into the square. Ryan Tick, you hang back, and I presume then it was going to be Bengal, Tin, Kyrodius, and Matthias who are heading into the demise.
Before they part ways with us, I want to agree on some kind of signal in case trouble rears its head. Which it inevitably will.
Loud screaming noises.
Yes, usually that's a giveaway, but I mean, perhaps they would would like to have a more subtle one in case that might become necessary. Sure, let's go with caca.
All right.
Fuck's sake.
I should probably hang back a little bit, guys. I'm better at distance.
I'm going to be hanging back as well because I need to make sure that we see them coming into this square, and I need to be sure that he doesn't have any psionic abilities by the time that we meet him in the room.
All right, I'll go with you guys.
Okay. All right, Kyrodius, I presume you're not wearing your Templar's robes?
Absolutely not.
Have you adopted a specific disguise for this?
I'm joining them in my lady outfit, noble lady outfit, and then by the time we get to the poor quarter, I don on a cloak, which makes it look like she's got just some ragged dress on. She's not looking of finer quality.
Okay, cool.
And then by the time that we hit Figure Square, she disappears. Was it the Shadow Square? She disappears.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Using Hide in Shadows.
Yes.
Okay,
and then also maybe she uses her hat.
Right. Okay, so just for the Hide in Shadows, can you just drop me a roll there, just in case something awful happens?
Just
in case.
I can just roll you a percentage if you don't have it handy.
Yes, please. That's fine. Well, that's okay. That's fine.
82.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
And if you want a roll for move silently, then we can do that as well.
No, that's not necessary. It's noisy enough for for it not to be an issue. Okay, so yeah, the tap room is as busy as you would expect. A thoroughly unsavory collection of cutthroats and mercenaries and locals from the Warrens. If a fight hasn't already broken out, there'll be one sooner or later. Bodies with a knife between the ribs turning up in the back alleys of this place to feed the rubbish slugs as I have said before, are a completely reasonable occurrence. The Temperate haven't been into this part of town in years, and the newly established Tyrian Guard have learned to come here in numbers, if they come here at all. Loitering around the establishment without buying anything is, of course, completely unacceptable. So one of you just please dock a ceramic piece to cover a round of really, really, really shitty beer.
Tin's been in that area a lot, so
Yeah.
he'll drop the coin.
Okay. All right. And Tin, there's a couple of people in the bar recognize you as a local, and a couple of respectful nods in your direction. Matthias and Kyrodius, although actually Kyrodius, you're not even visible, so it's just Matthias and Bagal. Matthias as well, if you're just going as yourself, likewise, you're known in the Warrens. You've done a significant amount of help for the people here. And again, there's
just in disguise if I can.
If you want to do that instead, that's totally fine.
Drag.
Your disguise is pretty good. I'm just going to roll for you just in case. You should be okay, though. Oh, spot on. That could not be any better. Right. Yeah. So you can happily and safely appear as someone else. So, as I say, you order the house finest, which isn't really all that fine at all, and you can see Vala at the end of the bar. She's draped herself around a Maul ex-gladiator and is putting in a serious amount of flirtation with him to good effect. He's buying her drink after drink after drink, some of which she's drinking, some of which she's not, hoping to perhaps make a few ceramics off him before her regular client for the evening, young Lord Minthur, puts in an appearance. I see someone here commenting that they love our overlay. Vivacia, that was made by the extremely talented Arnout. Arnout, say hi. There you go. Yes, super overlay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you're going to head up to the back room now, then, Matthias? And
yes,
conceal yourself
I will sneak off there and enter it without being noticed.
All right. That's no roll necessary for that. You make your way up the creaky back stairs into the upper rear rooms of Kalak's demise, actually concealing yourself in the room. You're going to be up in the roof in the shadows of the rafters or something like that, hiding in a cupboard under the bed. What's your game plan?
Well,
here?
I need to get access to the bottle of wine, so I look in the room of where the table would be or where they would place the bottle. And
it'll be near the bed.
Yeah, I would hide in the shadows near there.
So that'll actually be quite literally under the bed.
Yeah,
is the best location.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm it's not going to get weird at all. I'm going to want a hide in shadows roll from you, please.
Really? Okay.
Tim will settle back into a corner, Mark, and just try to kind of disappear
59.
from sight.
Okay, nice. Tin, you're easily able cowl down in the shadows of a booth, nursing your shit beer, sipping at it surreptitiously, and keeping an eye on the room.
Only from the best shit.
Yeah.
Did you need a hide in shadows from me or no?
Oh, go ahead, just in case you roll terribly, but you're probably fairly safe.
Can I ask a quick question? Is the stairways to the hallway to where the rooms are, is that shadowy?
Yes, it is. Tim,
80s.
I'm going to give you. Yeah, no, I'm going to give you a bonus on that because of the state of the room, so that's a pass.
Okay.
Kyrodius, you're going to hide in the stairs.
There's going to be a dwarf standing there, which is one of the locals, and he'll be in the shadows, but he'll be standing there and waiting for whatever appointment he was waiting for.
Okay, so not necessarily hidden per se, but just back minding his own business. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right. So, Tin, you are the one to see them arrive first. Vrasi of Minthur comes swanning in. He's obviously already been drinking, a little unsteady on his feet, has a cloak thrown over his shoulder, and flanked on either side by, indeed, his 2 bodyguards. You recognize both of them, particularly the tall, broad-shouldered one on the left. You never got his name, but you felt the shove of his hand and witnessed with your own eyes the catastrophe that follows. They are wearing green chitin armor and quite simply muscle their way through.
They're human, right?
They are human, yes. One of them throws a small coin pouch toward the barkeep, who nudges Vala. She disengages herself from the mole that she's been flirting with, and with a practiced smoothness, links her arm with Verassi, leans her head into his, and there's a flirtatious conversation back and forth between the pair of them as they work their way up the stairs and toward the room.
I'll just give a little. Oh, sorry.
Before that happens, I'm doing an ID insinuation on Verassi.
Okay. Give me a roll for that, please. Bingle Bangle, what are you doing while this is going on? Sitting in the bar still with Tin, or something else?
Yeah, I assume I'd just be sitting in the bar, sipping my tea or whatever.
Yep. All right. So you likewise see Verassi and his 2 bodyguards come swanning in. He doesn't appear to notice either of you.
Okay.
I'll signal
what
to,
about the bodyguards? Where do they go?
They follow him up the stairs. Both of them behind him as he climbs up. From what Kyrodius has said, they're going to take up a position outside the room. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna signal to Matthias that he came in, so that way he's aware of what's happening.
I'm already in the room upstairs.
He's no longer in sight. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a pass.
I figured that's a pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And of course that happens, and then she tries to stay ahead of them and to actually enter the room before they enter they get there, right?
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I positioned myself on the stairs so I could hit him as soon as he came in the door and get rid of his PSPs, and then get to the room and warn Matthias that they're coming.
Okay, nice. So let me see. Yeah, okay, fine. You feel the insinuations slide like a serpent into Verassi's mind, and with 1 or 2 quick snips, it drains his psionic reserves.
Good.
And such is the subtlety of the power that he doesn't even notice it happening.
Right.
And you head down the hallway rapidly. For that, I will need a hide in shadows roll, please.
Okay.
Just to get away without him spotting you on the stairs.
Absolutely. I fail.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
okay.
Unbelievable, but I did.
Yes. All right. Complications.
There's a dwarf going up the stairs.
Yes. As you head down the hallway, you realize that one of his guards has stepped ahead of him, striding more rapidly up the stairs than he was beforehand. Verassi is still loitering on the arm in arm with Vala, and you realize that if you head into the room, his bodyguard will see you. So, I presume you don't.
No, I don't.
Okay.
The room does the room have a window?
It has a window on the outside. Yeah. The bodyguard strides up to the room. Matthias, you hear the door open, and you see from under the bed an armored footstep inside, green-dyed chitin armor. Bodyguard looks around. All clear, sir. Excellent, Verassi said. Excellent. Well, you 2 men, your usual positions. And he drops a couple of coins in their hands. This could take some time. And then he leads Vala in, and the door shuts behind. And Kyrodius, you see the guards, one to either side of the door, take up position. One of them produces a wineskin, uncorks it, You start passing it back and forward to while away the time.
I make my way outside.
Okay. In the room itself, Vala has brought a bottle with her. She pops it down on the table. And, well, let's just put it this way, Matthias, you're happy you can only see them from the knees down. Because from the sounds of it, there's some fairly heavy-duty sexy time starting up. His cloak is the first to drop. Yeah. Then what would appear to be her cloak and various other items of clothing. Then they're onto the bed. The rather shitty mattress creaks, and I don't think we need any further details in that, in case I throw up in my mouth. Do you wish to administer the poison into the bottle while they're getting jiggy with it?
I do, yes.
All right. Okay.
Nice
So
late 90s reference there.
We need a death save on using that reference.
Na.
What did I get? A 6. So that's a fail. Oh, I apologize. Right. Okay. So Matthias, can I get a pickpockets roll from you, please, to administer the poison into the bottle without anyone noticing? Nice. Okay. You lean out from under the bed, just in time to see Verassi's bare backside rising like the desert moons in front of you, and drop the poison into the bottle, and then it's back under the bed, and the waiting game begins.
2 minutes later.
Down in the tap room, Bagal and Tin, you spot Kyrodius in her dwarf disguise come down the stairs, and you head for the door, or do you inform them what's going on?
Yeah, I'll briefly inform them that they spotted me and I couldn't get into the door unnoticed. So I'm now going to go outside via the window inside.
Are you sure you don't want us to do anything? Cause a distraction?
I'll happily put an arrow in each one of their throats.
No,
But
not
then-
that
then
drastic.
Then they'll know, that's the thing. It's probably, if you could give me a leg up maybe onto the window.
A leg up from me.
Yeah, she looks then to Tin.
Yeah. Okay.
That I mean,
I get it. No, I get it. It's fine.
Unless you brought a trench coat. I mean,
No. You know what? It's whatever.
He brought a half giant.
Yeah.
So Tin will get up and.
well, that's good. I just need to then exit, but then we have to wait, of course, for Matthias to have done his thing.
Yeah. Let's just get you up on the ledge.
Yeah.
Or do you just want my grappling?
That won't look suspicious at all. Giving somebody a leg up on the outside of the building.
Yeah, right.
I could just
kinda
also
like-
give you my grappling hook, and you could do it yourself.
I think a quick leg up is probably the quickest.
Yeah,
I
grappling
would
hook
say.
would make noise.
Yeah. Let's go. And I will strode out the door.
I won't be very slow. I'll be very quick up it and onto the window. So.
Okay, so the three of you head out around the back of Kalak's demise. Tik and Ra, you're loitering in the alleyway out there, and yeah, you see three of your companions appear.
Hello. Everything okay?
Yeah, I didn't get into the room.
She needs to get up there. Do one of you want to help her?
Which
Or
window
I
is
can.
it?
I could lift you.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a good idea. Very quickly, but we have to wait for Matthias to get his give us a signal.
Okay, you lead the way. Tell me where to wait, and then let me know when the signal.
Yeah.
And I will kind of just be in like the ready position to lift Kyrodius.
We'll just wait across from the window and we'll chat.
Are there any buildings across the alleyway from the window?
Of the Calyx demise, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
the roof of that building level with the roof of the Calyx demise, or?
It's there's one that is and one that's slightly lower.
Okay. And how wide is this alleyway?
The alleyway is no more than 5 feet wide. It's very, very narrow.
Oh, very narrow. Okay.
So we sit there, we chat, and then when the moment is there, Ra just lifts me up, boom, and I'm in there.
Okay.
It's gonna be a split second.
All right. So you wait in the alley outside. Matthias. It takes a really uncomfortable amount of time for them to pause enough to refresh themselves with drinking. There are noises that you'll hear in your nightmares until your dying day. Veracity of Minthur in the height of passion. No one deserves this. No one. You spend quite some time reconsidering your life choices and the hideous train of events that has brought you into this hellish situation.
Thinks about
Accepting
using some
this
of his other poisons. Thinks about using all of his poisons.
Yes, perhaps if you use them on yourselves, it might stop sooner. But nevertheless, you manfully hold yourself to your mission, much as Veracity's doing, actually. And after a while, they pause and indulge in a few minutes of libation. And it's not long after that the poison takes effect.
Why does libation sound so disgusting in this context?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. A few moments of grogginess. Minthur is actually switched on enough to be like, oh no, the wine. No. What have you done? Vala, what have you done? And then he's out. She likewise is slumped in unconsciousness within seconds.
And make sure that his words haven't roused the guards.
No. They've heard far worse than that in their time.
Well, when the guard come in, obviously I heard footsteps go past the door, yeah? Because obviously Kyrodius isn't here with me.
Yes.
I can probably hear the two outside, sort of like shuffling about.
Do you have detect noise as an ability?
I do, yes.
Roll it for me, please. Roll them bones. Oh, beautiful. Yes, you do.
Oh, wow.
Even detect noise is a bit shit, but nevertheless, you do make out the unmistakable rumbling of Ra's voice. So.
Ah. I look out, obviously, the window. What sort of window is it? Can I sort of like just look out?
It's a hole in the wall with a tatty bit of tarpaulin hung over it. Nothing more than that.
I sort of like look out and see if I can see them.
Yeah, you can see they're all gathered in the alleyway outside.
Well, I've done my part. I lift my hand down to Kyrodius.
Yeah, I quickly trigger a body equilibrium.
Yep.
Which is also again doing them one how do you call it? That's okay. That's fine.
I'm going to search his
Oh,
body.
nice. Okay, yeah.
Search his belongings. Quietly.
Oh, you're looting Veracity, are you?
I'm just going to look at what he's got. I'm not going to.
Okay. He's got a steel dagger. He has a collection of coins, ranging from lead beads, ceramic bits, actually a couple of silver pieces, his Minthur signet ring.
What could I do? What sort of damage could I do with that signet ring?
Depends where you put it. Moments later, Kyrodius appears at the window and slips nimbly into the room.
She goes and puts herself into the shadows and hides there.
Okay. Let me see that roll, please.
Yes, let's do it better on this time.
Better, yeah.
Jeez, what was that about? 98. Wonderful.
152.
Yeah. Let's try this again, shall we?
Yeah, okay, much better.
A lot better, yeah.
Right.
And from there, she will proceed to probe his mind.
He knows he's been poisoned.
Well, then we must make it look like a robbery when we leave.
All right, let me see the power check for probe, please. Target number is 15. So a 2 or higher will do it for you.
Don't say that.
It's going to be a 1 or higher because she's going to use her crystal.
Yeah, a 1 will be a fail.
Yeah, exactly. So anything but a 1. Let's see where we can get it.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, I know. No.
Oh, okay.
7. It's okay.
Yevon. Okay, fine.
Yevon.
The glorious delights of House Minthur's mind open to you, but presumably you're specifically looking for information on this rumor of slave trade.
That's the first
with
step.
Dotham Pain.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what he knows. Slaves arrive at the Minthur compound outside of Tyr once every 2 or 3 months. His father receives them personally, Travalis. He buys them from whomever is selling. So it's been House Tsalaxa, it's been House Stel, it's been House Shom, right?
Yeah.
And by every 2 or 3 months, this also indicates there is no regular arrival.
Yes.
It appears to be as needed.
Right.
Travalis pays in cash.
Right.
Okay. The slaves remain at the Minthur estate for a day at most. He's never seen them be there longer than that. They are kept in one of the grain outhouses under heavy guard. Then they vanish. They never come out.
They never come out.
No. Verassi's assumption is that they're removed from there by magic. By Dotham Pain.
Okay.
He has no awareness of, for example, a hidden access to Undertier from there.
No.
There might be one. If there is, he doesn't know about it.
No, clearly.
He has asked his father about it, and his father has told him that this is being done to cement an allegiance between them and the Arcanamak, Dotham Pain. His father has revealed to him that the slaves end up in Undertier. He won't discuss with Verassi what Dotham Pain is doing with them, and simply says, "This is all you need to know. This is for the future of our house. With him behind us, there is no force in Tyr that can stand against us."
Right.
And that's pretty much the sum total of what he knows.
Okay. Did his father condone his mission of burning our estates?
Not beforehand. His father was quite annoyed. You have a brief glimpse of a conversation of Travalis saying, "You do know who they are, don't you, boy, and what they've done?" And Verassi trying to kind of blow it off in a blasé fashion. But actually, he's rather embarrassed. You get the impression that he was hoping to impress his father. They both see you as potential rivals for political power in Tyr.
Matthias.
And yes, Matthias and Portek. And well, your group as a whole, actually, you too, Kyrodius.
But I am actually still somewhere, according to them at least, liaised somewhere between them and my group. I've been a sellsword according to the outside world. There was a brief time I was called their Templar.
Verassi has said that.
Yeah.
Travalis is not convinced by that at all.
Okay, good.
But you believe that Verassi was trying to impress his father by taking you down a peg or two, knocking you on the chin and reminding you where you stand. And his father's response was something along the lines of, "The fuck?"
Okay. 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 Good. I don't think there's anything else we can get from that. Yeah. He doesn't know anything else but that, right?
Yeah, on the front of the slaves, on the subject of the slaves, no. No. The general underlying element in his subconscious is that he's angry that his dad doesn't trust him with more information.
Right, he's actually being kept out of the loop, is what I'm getting here.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
Yeah. Is there anything about what he knows about what his dad is doing with the current Template leadership?
With Timor?
Yes.
No. You think that Travalis is... Okay, so Verassi doesn't like to think about this very much. Travalis is afraid of Timor.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means
the idea of his dad being afraid of someone makes Verassi really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I think we know enough. At least all that we can get to know here. I snap out of it.
Yes.
So if he knows that he got poisoned, Matthias, we need to make it look like a robbery.
Yes. I'll take, obviously, his gold, his ring, and his dagger. Anything of worth on him.
Yeah, those are the valuable things he's carrying.
And then knowing that items can be tracked, can't they?
Some of them, yeah. Certainly his ring, you have to be careful with that one, yeah.
What about the dagger? Could that be...
Sure, same.
My plan is to take the gold, to take his coin, whatever that was again. If you want
I will take it and I will fence it somewhere here in the...
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
I will do it in my dwarven disguise, so it was the dwarf who was the robber.
Yeah.
They've seen the dwarf walk around. It makes sense. We blame it on the dwarf and he will never be seen again after the day.
Yes.
Okay, that's
what
we do.
I'm trying to think of what other damage we could do with the ring.
You can sign a document and get, that costs a lot of money.
I have got forgery.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do anything really with that?
It depends what you want to authorize in Verassi's name, I suppose.
What could we do, guys?
A confession?
Confession?
It's interesting.
Wolfsbane is suggesting all sorts of nefarious things in chat here. Don't listen to them.
Oh, chat's good.
That's good. Inspiration.
No, yeah, if he confesses to burning the farms.
No, because that leads him back to me.
Right.
He's done other bad stuff. Why don't we just get him to confess to those?
We could just have a note that has
Confessing
I
about
confess to
the
the following,
slaves.
and just leave it blank, and then we have that as a carte blanche for later use.
Yes. Yeah, I do that. Yeah. And I write it and sign it with the signet ring.
Okay, nice.
We could leave the signet ring then.
No, but that would be stolen. I think I'll fence this, all the stuff. I will fence that.
Well, then,
if we're using the ring to sign a bunch of
Sign
shit,
something,
you're going to want that to be on him.
You're gonna want
Otherwise,
that to
they
be
can
on him.
say
Fair
that,
enough.
he did X. Well, that was
Yes.
done outside of him. If him still having the ring, it gives more
At least with the
credence to
dagger,
he did it.
the dagger and the coins we can fence or whatever. But the ring, we write a confession, we leave it blank, and sign it with the signet ring. Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice idea. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
And then we leave through the window.
Yes.
All right. So you're assignation at Kalak's demise complete, you bid your farewells to poor slumbering Verassi, leaving him in the arms of Valor and the arms of Dream.
Going to circumcise him as well, but I'll leave that.
And
Oops.
head back to the villa. Okay.
Yeah, of course. I fenced to whatever we had left in my dwarf disguise.
Yes.
One of the local fences. So if they look for a trail, it's been a dwarf who roped in.
Yeah. Okay. Money-wise, there's 120 ceramics and 3 silver pieces, and the dagger itself goes for about 150 ceramics when you fence it.
Well, go for it.
So
I'll write that
small
down.
change, but there you go. Yeah, got it.
What was that?
Not bad for a night's work.
270, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
2 silver, yeah?
When you get back to the villa, Tebow is gone. Bagal, there is a pear from Matthias's orchard on your pillow. Stolen, of course. A night of blissful slumber follows, as you have at least begun some manner of retribution against House Minthur. The next morning, you are awoken by a messenger at your gate, Matthias.
Mm-hmm.
A young man who claims to be a runner from the city council of advisors. Lord Matthias, he says.
Yes.
There is an emergency council in session. Senator Agus of Astocles has asked that you and your companions attend.
Sure. What time?
Right away.
Okay. I'll walk inside.
Where are we going?
And ring the bell.
Are we in trouble?
If we're in trouble, I like to hide in shadows.
What? I heard
Ra
that.
wakes up. She's like cuddling the lizard, like in her sleep. She's like, huh?
Tick-Tick's sitting there over you.
Tick-Tick is like... Just unblinking, hovering over the lizard.
That's not...
That poor critic is just going to die of a heart attack there.
Shall I inform the council that you will be in attendance?
Yes, we'll be right there. Please thank them
The,
for the warning.
The runner thanks you, turns, and goes rushing off down the street. So I guess you rouse your.
Is not there, right? She's been in her own estate.
You have gone home, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping, so I'll just wander up.
Okay, so Matthias, you wake Tin and Min Max.
Yeah, wake the house. Yes.
Okay.
And whoever's there from Carl's characters, if they're there.
I'll help him wake the house. I enjoy this part of the day when everybody rouses from their weird unconsciousness. Everybody wake up! Clapping really loudly.
Just a scent of
Leaping
cinnamon
about.
in the air. You're like a puppy waiting for the
Yeah,
master.
exactly. God, they
That's
take so
right.
long in this weird torpid state.
Can't you make the scent of like baking bread in the morning? That'd be nice to wake up to.
I don't have that. That's one of my smells, I'm afraid.
Yeah, randomly requesting, hey, Tick, when we wake up, can we smell fresh baked bread? Like, that's a little rude. That's insensitive and racist.
Yeah, that's not how this works. It's not like I do requests.
Hashtag Matthias is a racist. But seriously, though, about that bread.
Well, if you want to swap characters, you're perfectly willing. You're perfectly able to at the moment.
I think it's probably because this is probably pertaining a different thing. This is probably pertaining the thing that Portek is busy with, right?
Well, I couldn't possibly tell you.
Oh, you could possibly tell it. Well, let's Portek tag along, and we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
Tin will clean up and clean himself up and be ready to kill everyone as he always is.
Okay. And so, suitably freshened with a small bite of breakfast, you head off toward the Golden City to see what it is the Council of Advisors deems so critical that it requires an early morning meeting. Unfortunately, we are going to take a break, and you'll have to wait until afterwards to find out what it is. Hi, and welcome back from the break. We return now to part 2 of part 1 of episode 19 of the second arc of the first season of Dark Sun. If you can keep track of all that,
that was very confusing.
You are far, far brighter than I am. So the party has been asked to attend an emergency meeting of the Council of Advisors, and so you head away from Matthias's villa and out onto Caravan Way, heading down toward the Golden City. At this early time in the morning, even though the sun is barely yet risen over the city walls, it's busy. There are a small team of merchants trying to unload a large wagon that they've backed right up through the city gates to a couple of the emporiums. And there's a pair of mechalots chained to the fronts of the wagon, and they're kind of huffing and snorting in the somewhat cool morning air. They're the handlers, they're Cornacs, trying to keep them safe and under control. And as your group hurries down Caravan Way toward your destination, almost suddenly chaos breaks out as one of the mechalots throws its reptilian head back, gives a loud bellowing noise, and just surges forward. There's an immediate reminder of how completely futile these chains that hold them in place are, as the rope, should I say, as the heavy giant's hair rope just simply snaps. And right next to it, the other mechalot, seemingly taken by the same sudden rageful impulse, pulls itself loose. And the pair of them, one of them just charges forward, tramples 3 of the merchants in front immediately. Their bodies are just pulped right in front of it. At the same time as this happens, there is a deeply weird sensation overcomes all of you. It's like a low-level humming noise that seems to sweep through your minds. You can feel it, your back teeth grating against it. Tick, can I have a saving throw against spells from you, please?
First thing I do to this game. Roll a saving throw.
Welcome to the game.
Yes. Against spell, you said?
Spells, please. Okay, fine. Your mind is... yeah, it is. 17.
Okay. I forgot.
Big number, good. Your mind is filled briefly with a sudden frenzy, and like the mechalots, you feel yourself almost overcome with the desire to snap the bonds that hold you to this futile, false mask of civilization that you wear, to show those around you what a true hunter of the... oh, no, wait, then it goes. And you manage to briefly control yourself once more. The Mechalots, however, are not so fortunate. They are thundering one straight down the side of the street, smashing blam through awning, smash through barrels, thwack through a pile of fruit. The other one goes lumbering out into the middle of Caravan Way, head slewing from side to side. Nice roll. And you see that it picks up a nearby passerby who's screaming and running. Its tongue lashes out, pulls him into its jaws. He's swallowed whole. There is a brief crunching and screaming noise that stops rather abruptly. Anything that you guys would like to do, by the way? You notice at this point, by the way, that the Cornacs, the psionic handlers, who are supposed to be controlling the Mechalots, one of them is lying on the floor completely inert. The other one is on his side, clutching his head, blood pouring from his nostrils.
Somebody do something.
I want to get out.
Why don't you guys roll for initiative, please? Just to apply some randomly generated mathematics to the chaos here.
I forget how to do this.
That's a D10.
Yes, no, I remember that. I'm just going to roll the D10 because I don't know which weapons I'm using.
Yeah, likewise.
Fine.
4.
Okay, I'm gonna run down your list by in order of nothing really. Bengal.
7.
Mievin, Constantine.
9.
Matthias.
9.
It's not Macfar, it's Tick, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yes, Tick.
4.
4. Ooh.
Look at him.
Get him in his on a 4. Portek.
1.
1. Right, and Ra.
12.
Okay. Portek, what do you do?
Let me quickly check. A sec. Just want to see the ranges of this thing. These creatures are within yards, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you were literally walking down the street, down Caravan Way. Is the map up? No, it's not. So, coming from the merchant district, you were right about. Where are we? Right about here on Caravan Way. Right about there, right down the middle.
Okay, let's charm one of these Mechalots. That's what I'm going to do. Cast a charm mammal.
They're not mammals.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So that's not the same. Charm person or mammal. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Shall I come back to you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Tick.
I am looking around to get a sense if there's anything trying to do this to these handlers. Is there any members of the order floating in the air, kind of being, conspicuous?
Floating, conspicuous, glowing sinuses. No. Along the street, you can see further down, there's someone else has collapsed. You also see what appear to be a pair of loose Crodlu that have broken free, go charging out of a side street across Caravan Way, wailing and shrieking in their loud reptilian voices, and down another alley. Moments later, one of their handlers come running after them. Oh, my Crodlu! Just
okay.
Across the alley.
Do I see? Can I use an observation roll to see if I see any source to this? Anything at all?
There's no need to make a roll. The only thing that you noticed that was untoward and that was unusual was that deep thrumming noise in your head. And that appeared to be happening at the same time as the Mechalots went mad, as their 2 psionic handlers collapsed, presumably as whoever those people further down the street collapsed. You can see someone standing over one of them, slapping him on the side with his face. Rago, wake up!
Did we see who started dropping first? Can therefore deduct the direction where it came from?
Not really, no.
Well, in that case, what I'm going to do is see if I can help anybody. Is anybody hurt or collapsed or?
The two psionic handlers are collapsed. The Mechalots, one of them I said is charging down the side of the street, kind of grinding up against the sides of the buildings, slamming its head against the stone. The other Mechalot is charging straight toward a group of bystanders who are frantically trying to get out of its way, but Caravan Way is a busy street. they are seconds away from being crushed by the thing.
Okay, I'm going to leap onto a nearby building, if I can.
Yeah.
As my movement, and then throw Chatkachas at the Mechalot to distract it in my direction.
Okay, fine. You leap onto a small awning that overhangs one of the shops and hurl Chatkachas at the nearest Mechalot.
Trying to aim for its head, so something sensitive, not like its carapace or something.
Could you suplex one? They weigh 6 tons, so no.
No, I know. It's just anything that I'm not trying to kill it, obviously, because I can't. But
I'm answering Panda's question there. The armor class is 13.
What about an RKO out of nowhere?
Behave yourself.
All right. So I get how many do I get? I get 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 31, 17, and a 30.
Right, and these are not to do lethal damage, just to kind of spang off the side of its head.
Yeah, just to get its attention.
Okay.
And I'm on top of a building, yeah. I'm not like standing in the middle of the street, like, "Hey, please crush me," you know.
No, of course not. No. Okay, fine. So yeah, the Chatkachas bang, bang, bang off the back of the thing's carapace. Dwarf, they weigh 6 tons. You suddenly seem to catch the thing's attention. It stops in the street, shakes its head, looks around, trying to get the sense of who possibly could have thrown those things at it. Briefly, you lock eyes with the Mechalot. It turns and comes lumbering toward you, lifting its head up toward you, and you can see its long, prehensile tongue unfolding within its mouth.
I back away.
Bengal.
Yeah, I was wondering if I might be able to jump onto its back somehow. And, is there any kind of rain system on it at the moment that I could maybe, just yank on, try and get it to stop?
The giant hair ropes.
Yeah,
you could give it a go. Which one of the one? The one that's lumbering back toward Tick Tick, or the one that's kind of scrapping itself down the side of the buildings?
The one that's going towards Tick Tick, if I can.
Yeah, go for it. Just make me an acrobatics check, please.
Yep.
You're unlikely to fail it, but just in case.
Just as a side note here, Tick Tick. This is how the critic feels.
Bagal, you run forward, leap onto the back of the Mechalot, snatch up the giant hair ropes, and start pulling back to try and hold it away from Tick Tick. The thing responds immediately. Its instincts have gone completely haywire. It stops and flails wildly about, roaring in what is clearly some deep, deep, deep state of distress. But you have at least distracted it from what could have been a furious attack against the Kreen. Constantine and Matthias.
Matthias can go first. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
I call out for Tick Tick to bite him. And I just position myself out of the way of wherever they're.
Is this thing even susceptible to a bite from me? It's large, right?
It would. No, they're gargantuan. It would last a single round.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So yes, but it wouldn't last very long.
Yeah, it wouldn't last very long. Oh. But maybe it's enough to calm his mind. I don't know.
Possibly. Matthias. Anything else? Just a shout and then.
I'm getting
scramble up off the street.
Get up high, and just look around for anyone doing a runner.
No, you see no one running, but up and down the length of the street, you can see that the Mechalots are not the only animals to be so affected. Back out toward Caravan Gate, you can see others out in the caravan staging area where the caravanserais are outside. Similarly, appear to have gone berserk. Further down toward Iron Square, where Caravan Way meets the Ziggurat, you can see a group of people trying to hold a pair of Inixes under control, and up and down Caravan Way, from your elevated height, you can spot half a dozen, 6, 7, 8 people actually have collapsed. Right down on Iron Square itself, there's bloodshed. It looks to be a Kreen in complete berserk frenzy, slashing, lashing out, hacking, hewing people around it. Tyrian Guard are racing up from Iron Square and are shouting at it, leveling their weapons. The thing doesn't appear to be listening. Constantine.
Oh, it's a freaking mechalot. I'm gonna try to get up high and unleash a few arrows towards the feet and or legs of one of the mechalots, seeing if I can kind of bring it down to at least where it can't be charging.
Yeah, the one that Bengal is on, or the other one?
I'd say the one that Bengal is not on, because I don't know with this thing falling how it's going to throw him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So armor class 13, please.
Okay. Let me put my weapons. Here.
Mark, is this road? Is it an earthen road or is it stone tiled?
It's earthen. Okay, so you punch 3 arrows into the front legs of the other mechalot, sufficient to slice right through its muscles and tendons. No need to roll damage on this unless you're particularly hoping to kill the thing. But these shots, and particularly that natural 20 there, are totally armor class 40. Fucking hell. Are absolutely enough to bring the thing grinding to a halt. Its legs fold under it. Its great reptilian face gouging in the earth caravan way.
Yeah, this is just to disable the thing. He's trying to kill it.
No,
so
exactly.
let me give the damage rolls on the 3. So that's just 29.
Okay, 29. Okay, nice.
One of them's max damage anyway.
Yeah, one of them is max damage anyway. That would be the yeah. So it'd be the second one anyway. So just one more point of damage anyway.
Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Start casting, Mark.
Okay, how long was casting time? 8. All right. Ra.
Okay, how far away is the Kreen that is laying havoc?
He's about 30 yards down the street.
Okay.
You could reach it easily.
Okay, I will rush over to the Kreen and will attempt to, using the flat side of my Latulis rather than the sharp, I will attempt to kind of try and knock him out if possible.
Yep. Okay, just roll damage as normal, but 75% of it is going to be non-lethal.
Okay.
His armor class is 15.
It's just the 2, it's not 3 attacks yet, I don't think.
Okay.
And is it a large?
He is large, yes. Whoa!
That is 38 damage.
Whop, whop. 2 solid blows from the Latulis crack across the back of the Kreen's head, and you can see the carapace on the back of his head actually split slightly. Even when you're pulling your blows, it's enough to deal fairly solid injuries. But the Kreen, its legs just spread out around it. It hits the side, and you can hear the soft whistling that comes from the spiracles on the side of its body that indicates that it is still breathing. You have knocked him out. He's going to have one hell of a headache. In the
Word of advice, Tick Tick, never get on Ra's bad side, maybe? She will crack your skull.
Yeah, well, you know.
Okay. And Bagal, the mechalot that you're on, takes a frenzied look around it and launches its tongue toward. I'm going to roll randomly for this. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit! It's bloody Portek. Portek, you have 1 initiative count left on your spell. Okay, so he attacks at plus 11. Where's my thing? And he's going to hit armor class 14. Portek, however, I believe it's higher than that for you, isn't it?
I think so.
Yes, you're 18. Right, so the thing's tongue rasps up the front of your armor, but you stand solid. Your dwarven frame not moving at all. Your spell finishes. What happens?
The creature is going to be stuck in the earth because I'm creating a pool of mud, rock to mud spell.
Nice.
Underneath
Okay.
it.
Right. And the mechalot sinks solidly down into the earth, being held fast. Around it, seeing the Seeing what you've done, people race forward with giant hair ropes and immediately start wrapping them around the creature's legs, over the back of its body, and trying to hold it in place so that even when the spell wears off, the thing isn't going anywhere. The other one, similarly injured, finds itself fairly soon bound and held in place. A moment of, well, not calm, but quiet falls over Caravan Way. There's the sound of weeping at those who have been crushed or followed or swallowed. Gasps of disbelief. The two psionicists are out. And indeed, as people take stock, it becomes clear that all the individuals up and down the street, they're slowly coming to their senses now, were in fact people skilled in the way.
I'm going to sprint to the council room.
Okay. The rest of you continuing with Matthias? As he,
Absolutely.
Yes,
he
absolutely.
takes
No,
off.
if this was some kind of delaying tactic, then we've got to get to the council chamber.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a fun picture of the situation as you arrive. Yeah, so you hurry to the council chambers. All of you can feel there's something really quite different in this city. You all have a throbbing discomfort at the back of your head. In the streets, you come across several scenes of destruction and carnage where mechalots, Inix, Crodlu have run berserk or turned on their handlers. In most cases, the animals have been subdued. Some have been killed. The Kreen itself was not the only one of its kind to go berserk. Down by the gates of the Golden City, you find one lying in a pool of its own ichor with a dozen Templars and citizens sprawled nearby. Witnesses tell you that, well, you don't need them to describe what's happened, but it went berserk at the same time as the animals started to rampage and the psionicists collapsed. But despite the considerable damage to the city, buildings with their outer walls caved in, businesses' outer windows smashed, barrels of goods sprawled in the street. Things are returning to well, perhaps not to normal, at least to some semblance of calm, the moments of madness having passed. The council chambers are crowded with various aides and retainers to the councillors engaged in furious debate. As the picture shows, everyone here seems tense and edgy. The grating vibration, the hum that you felt has probably had some lasting effect. As you arrive, Agus, there he is. He's on the right hand side of the picture. It's beautiful, beautiful hair. He strides over to you. Please tell me this was not your doing.
Of course not. Why would it be?
Because of why this meeting was called.
You don't know why it was called.
Why was it called?
He turns to face you, Matthias, and leans in. The Minthurs are alleging you poisoned Verassi. Something about psychic impressions left on a wine bottle.
Oh, I see.
But if this is not a delaying tactic on your part, then we have something far more fearsome at hand here.
Yes.
From the far side of the council chamber, you can see from his position in the nobles section, Travalis Minthur just glaring at you. But Timor, Minister of Tyr, effectively running the city in King Tithian's absence, is trying to call order. Listen, we need calm, please. Calm. Sit down. What has happened here? Word comes from various people. Animals gone mad. Mindbenders collapsed. Zalos, the stonecutter, shouts out helpfully. I told you, those elves... It's the dragon. The dragon is coming. This is a harbinger of his approach. I told you, I met some elves on the road from Silver Spring the other day. They told me they saw it. An officer of Rikus' Crimson Legion, he shouts into the ensuing din. No. Halflings. Halfling raiders in the passes of the Ringing Mountains. They're coming to sack Tyr. One of the Templars of the Bureau of State stands at this. This is true. We have heard reports from Uruk of a series of meetings between halfling chieftains and King Hamanu. This is enough to get Rikus on his feet. The burly, scarred Maul, nominal leader of Tyr's army. You've seen him little since the war. Well, it's plain to see, he says. Tyr is under attack. The Lion of Uruk seeks new allies to defeat us. At his side, Senator Turax, one of the ancient noblemen. In fact, you may recall him as the one who called the investigation into the regicide.
If Tyr is without a king to defend it, we shall have to take steps to protect ourselves. I hereby withdraw my troops from the army of Tyr.
At Rikus' side, Neva, horned helmet, as always, on her head, stands and slams her fist into the podium in front of her. A rare display of temper from her. We must stand together. Divide our army now, and Tyr will surely fall. From the merchant's block, Master Minthur, the head of House Valex, coughs. We have heard nothing of war brewing. A panic would be unwise and expensive. Agus waits for the tumult to die down a little. The rumors of what occurs outside Tyr are immaterial. We are faced with something unknown here. You all saw what happened. And you notice now, actually, the side of his face is quite heavily bruised. You recall that Agus is a psionicist of some power. He's clearly fallen and almost injured himself.
This event which just happened appears to have affected all the those that follow the way, and the insects and reptiles.
Not only that, Agus says, I am finding it nigh impossible to enact my will upon the way. My psionic powers fail me.
Oh.
Here's my guess. That all this is happening from right under our noses. From under Tyr.
Under Tyr?
Yes. Kallax's old defiler. You'd know about that, wouldn't you, the Minthers?
Travalis just stares at you and says nothing.
Yes, working with him. Maybe we should check Undertier, where they're still selling slaves. No idea what Kallax Defiler is doing with them, though. The thing is, you called me here for potentially poisoning the idiot son of yours. The true fact is I wanted to kill him after what he did to our farms. But what we found out was so much more fulfilling. You know what he did to our farms. And you know that we know about your dealings with this defiler and the selling of slaves. It's very interesting.
I hope you are able to provide evidence for this accusation, Travalis says.
Well, the scientists here can get the truth out of people, can't they? Why don't we bring your son and yourself in for trial for that?
Agus sighs. Actually, I'm not sure we can.
That's a shame then. But we know.
It is indeed, Travalis says. It would be most unfortunate for someone in your position to make accusations of this type with no way to prove them. Who knows what repercussions might come your way?
Yes, who knows? So you obviously deny that then?
Your accusations are so preposterous, I don't even need to deny them. They are proven as false by the idiocy of the claim.
Yeah.
Listen, Rika says, we're not here to be drawn in to your trade disputes. Something far worse is going on. He looks around. There's a considerable number of people in attendance, the core council and its invited members, but also those who've come to see the fireworks of the morning. Rikus looks over toward Timur. Could we clear the extra meat from the room, please, First Minister? Yes, please. Advisor attendees only. And he points his hand toward you, Matthias. You and your friends can stay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few moments of bustle and hustle as the council guards usher out all but the core councillors, their various retainers and audience members, and those with the various vested interests are shooed out of the chamber. No sooner have the doors closed. This is the order, Rika says. This is their revenge.
Has anybody taken the effort to have a look what state the school of thought is in at the moment?
I'm expecting a runner back from there shortly, Agus says. Look, Rika says, you exposed them. This business with the Elan. Well, now they're striking back at us. It's obvious.
It's a likely explanation.
A little simplistic, Timur says, don't you think? Forgive me, Rikus, but such matters are perhaps best left to those with an understanding of the way. I might not be a mind bender, Rikus says, but I know strategy when I see it.
Look, if you want to cripple a city and take out its mind benders, this is a good way to start, isn't it? Especially if you want to be using your own mind bending capabilities freely without notice. It does make sound strategical sense, I must say.
It's not often that Rikas and I see eye to eye, Agus says. But there's some merit here. His head turns as there is a hammering at the door, and an out-of-breath runner stumbles in. Lord Agus, they report the same at the School of Thought. The psionic has collapsed. Some have been slain by the trauma of the event. Their powers fail them. Well, House Minthur says. Again, we see that Matthias's imagination has run away with him. Stories of slaves and defilers in Undertier seem somewhat far-fetched. I think we can all agree.
I wouldn't count yourself so safe if I were you, Lord Minthur. I know that...
Nor are you.
It is not just the way that can determine the truth of your thoughts and your memories. There are other ways too. So if you feel so confident about your truth, I would suggest you make yourself available for maybe some arcane probing.
How dare you? You dare to suggest that I would submit myself to some illegal sorcery? Need I remind you that magic is still outlawed here in the city-state of Tyr? He stands. I have heard enough accusation and friends of defilers.
There is priestly magic which does the same.
If you think you have the ability to call me to account, Travalis says, standing, I look forward to such a vote. Until then, I will not sit here and be spoken to in this way by some upstart dwarf.
May I remind you that you were the one calling us here, so it would be only fair to give us the opportunity to give you a return part volley.
And obviously you want to leave in time to go and clear the slaves from that silo.
Yes.
Why don't we send somebody down there now while we have this discussion? So that way we could both have a reasonable conversation, because you're obviously such a reasonable man, and we can verify the claims. That way you're here and have no time to jump ahead and do any kind of clearing. And that benefits us. And then you have the benefit of us still being stuck here. Therefore, we don't have the ability to go down and influence anything. I believe that's amenable to both sides, as neither can affect the outcome.
I will not be held here against my will. I am a senator of Tyr.
And we're asking the senator of Tyr to listen to what these gentlemen have to say, and lady, as you have already had your say.
I have listened to enough of your commoner's insolence.
Then I will go down there now. And Tin turns around and starts heading out.
Okay. Travalis looks toward First Minister Timor. Is there a vote in council to detain me? Timor stares at him for long, long seconds. No, Counselor, he says, deliberately using the post-Kalak term. You are free to go. Travalis finds that he cannot hold Timor's gaze for long, and huffing under his breath, excuses himself from the council chamber. Constantine, where exactly were you heading, by the way?
You're muted.
Given my knowledge of the Barrows, I'm pretty sure I know a way down to Undertier in that area.
Yes, at the Elven River, there is an access point there. However, Undertier itself is a couple of thousand years of building upon maze upon maze. Where you would start to look is...
Oh, he doesn't know. He's just basically going out there on the premise that somebody's smart enough to follow this idiot to exactly where they should be.
Okay, well, from the council, nobody is going to send them.
Oh, I'm not counting on the council. I'm counting on my people to have the foresight to do that. Because Tin's not going in. He's going to that area. Once he enters through the area that he does know, once he's sure he's alone, he'll be transforming into a spider and just climbing right out. So anybody going in to follow him will never find him.
Okay, right. Gotcha. So you stride off out of the Golden City and across Tyr. As I said before, there's the large amount of things that you see are the city trying to pull itself back together after the morning's dismay. In the council chamber itself, after the back and forth between yourselves and the Minthors, the meeting fairly rapidly descends into back and forth accusations and suppositions and claims about Hamanu having allied himself with the halflings and also with the Order, and how Tyr needs to pull its army together and so on and so forth. Are there any direct contributions you wish to make to this yourselves, or?
My soldiers stand with Tyr, as always.
I thank you, First Minister says. You have shown nothing but loyalty to Tyr, both in the council chamber and without. Whatever Trevalis of Minthur says, Tyr knows who its friends are.
I would have snuck off pretty quietly hopefully without people noticing to follow.
To follow who?
Minthur.
Okay, he's into a palanquin almost immediately, and you can see him being carried off almost certainly in the direction of either his townhouse or out into the estate beyond.
Okay, I follow.
Okay. Ra, Portek, Bengal, Tik, what do you guys do?
I mean, Tik is politically out of his depth.
Same. Ra's like, words.
I briefly lock eyes with Asticles to see whether he has anything else that he would like to impart on us or ask of us.
He beckons your small group over to one side of the council chamber. This debate is going to rage all morning. If you have any insight yourselves into what has happened here, whether it be the activities of the Minthors, Malpain, really?
Yes.
Isn't he dead?
Nope.
I almost
the
wish...
The Minthors were making a bad... trying to structure their power base by, giving him what he needs.
Surely if such accusations are leveled against a politician of a serious enough nature, somebody would investigate, no?
There will have to be a vote on that, and unfortunately, the other nobles are likely to vote against it, because anything that robs the nobles of Tyr of their impunity is not going to go down well.
What I've understood from the legal aid that Matthias has been receiving from our Templar friend, Kyrodius, is that actually split quite evenly, and the actual deciding vote would be the Templars. And for them, the slaves, I'm sure, don't matter that much, but I'm sure that Timur will not be looking kindly on Minthur trying to consolidate his power base within the city.
No.
What kind of proof would we need?
It's not about proof. That's the whole point he's making. It's about the votes.
Yes. We can absolutely call an investigation. It will require a vote. It will not happen immediately. And
surely, if
yes,
the proof you provide is solid enough,
that is not how it works.
You can't
No.
avoid a vote.
This other matter, it will occupy the council far more thoroughly than the matter of Minthur.
Yes.
What if we kill Minthur?
If you're telling the truth, then you will have Kalak's premier Arcanamac to answer to.
Not if we involve Timor. I'm sure that Timor is happy to make a deal with the Arcanamac in exchange for a Minthur. The problem is that Arcanamac down there is an issue in itself for this city.
Yes.
Nobody should have access to that.
That, however, is not something that the Council of Advisors can deal with.
Nope. That would be Veiled Alliance territory, maybe?
Please.
Those are the only ones I can think of that could actually deal with that. In this city. Especially now with our school of thought out of action.
Yes, but the Council is not going to call upon an outlaw group.
No, obviously.
But I can think of someone who might be able to put that information to them.
Mm-hmm.
If I can contact her. I will see if I can get matters in order here. I would only hope that this psionic interference is indeed the fault of Dotham Payne, because if it is the order, as Rika says, then we have two pressing threats at the same time.
Well, then it has to be a precursor of something, and something more horrible is about to happen.
Yes.
I'm at the moment. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I can see the strategic implications, but I don't have the abilities to figure out what's going on exactly. I am not a worker of the way, so not in that sense,
No.
at least.
No.
It is also a very large effect.
Yeah, it is. That's what's worrying me.
I mean,
Yes.
it happened across the city.
This is the kind of effects you see sorcerer kings throw. That kind of science.
Do you think there's any truth to the belief that Hamanu is behind this?
I think the likely culprit looks to be, to me, the Order, right?
Well, it was psionicists who got affected.
Yeah.
So if I was a sorcerer king, what better way to get rid of users of the way than to do some crazy effect that covers a whole city and gets rid of all psionicists?
Yeah.
I had also heard rumors that Hamanu was working with the Order.
Yes, so that the two are not necessarily mutually exclusive. That's what we were thinking as well, yeah.
I will see if I can get the council to at least consider the matter against the Minthurs before the day is out.
Oh, before we continue, I scratch my palm and I hand him the dagger.
He does likewise. It is red.
Okay. Sorry.
I look at my hand. I poke it with my nail.
Is it even possible to make an elan of a
cream?
Cream? I'm not sure, actually.
No idea.
No.
I join in anyway. Oh, we're doing this now? Okay.
As soon as we have a vote in order against the Minthurs, I will send for you. You can put your evidence forward then.
The problem is, our evidence was actually based on the psychic interrogation of several witnesses.
We cannot carry out that investigation without a vote.
No, exactly. So, okay, so then that vote, you can defer it as long as we cannot produce the psychic verification of the facts.
And I am not entirely sure that any of the scientists in this city would be able to do so at the time being either.
No, exactly. Yeah.
This is an unfortunate confluence of events. I will send for you as soon as I can.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. This is a dark day for Tyr.
Yes. Yes.
So,
can you ask around what they would be using those slaves for? Malpain, the Dotham Malpain.
I will ask Sadira if she has any opinion on the matter.
Because it's not just one shipment; it's been regular shipments. That worries me.
Yes, that's deeply concerning.
Yes. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. Thank you. You let us know when you have something to add to this, or give us a lead. We will be looking ourselves as well. Portek,
we head back to the villa from there.
I discussed with the people who are left. Our guys. That will be Ra. That will be Bengal. That will be Tik Tik. And that's about it, right?
Yeah, I'm getting to Matthias in a second, and Constantine is doing his little double bluff in and out of Undertier at the moment.
Yeah, as I'm coming out, I would eventually go back to a place where I could kind of fade into the shadows and then head back to the villa quietly.
Yeah.
So just let me know when I got back there, because I don't know how long it's going to take.
Matthias, how far do you follow the palanquin?
Hidden, and I want to be close enough to hear if there's anyone he's talking to with inside.
No. The palanquin heads out of the Golden City, along the side of the ziggurat, down Caravan Way, and out of Caravan Gate. He's clearly been carried back toward the estate,
and
toward the Minthur estate.
While he's in there, and can I see him in there?
No. Closed off curtains.
You've seen Prince of Persia. Is there any way I can get onto this this palanquin and just peer inside, like nimbly, without changing the weight?
Not without being seen. No.
No. As he's coming down Caravan Way, a fire elemental appears. I'm hidden. A fire elemental appears underneath and starts attacking whoever's nearest. And then I load my... I can't stand this guy. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Right, so there's no need to roll for that. The thing is powerful enough that Travanis Minthur and his forebearers die horrible, screaming, flailing, burning deaths at the as the fire elemental devastates the palanquin. Their bodies are writhing, howling, dead in the street. Around Caravan Way, there is complete panic as people just charge in all directions, yelling for the watch, desperate to get away from this thing. Anything else you're doing?
Once it disappears, I head off to find the sun and complete the mission.
One moment, please.
Time to end the bloodline.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
I'm just walking down a street somewhere. Like, I don't.
You're doing Spider-Man, like clicking as you walk. Like,
I'm doing it.
Guys, what would be coming next? A bard. So if a bard finishes the job first, That's all I.
I mean, honestly, like I'm not complaining about the intention.
Well, you now have to follow through because you really got the wrong one. Really.
I know.
Yeah, did we though?
Well, you know what I mean.
Did we though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You need to get the twosome, right?
Yeah, you got it. And then might as well finish the job, just burn the whole bloody estate and the townhouse. I mean,
you can just or say.
Although there's
Basically
no one
mine.
is going to doubt who did this.
No.
Wipe
no
it
one.
clean,
There we go,
pretend they
9.
never existed. That's how we like it.
10.
But yeah, there is something to be said for the fact that this clearly the political branch of the city is completely incapable and inept at being able to deal with this kind of person.
It's corrupt.
It's completely corrupt. There's no legal way to put these people in.
It would have been. It was Kyrodius' way. Kyrodius was busy with this.
Yeah.
And she would have succeeded.
There was a good chance she would have succeeded, but there was also a chance that the whole thing could have collapsed in our faces because Malpain was going to show up and do God knows what. He's probably going to show up now.
to do what?
I don't know. Retaliate.
To whom?
What are you
He's
gonna
probably-
do? Kill me? You have to catch me first. I'm like a whippet.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay.
Like a whippet. That's no problem.
Okay, so that 0-1 happens on round number 27. Excuse me.
What is going on?
There's a 5% chance per round that that you lose control of the fire elemental.
Yeah. Well, I'm nowhere to be seen, so.
No. Okay. So you lose control of it after 27 minutes of it.
Does it even last that long?
Yeah, it lasts 3 turns.
So
you
there's
have to-
3 more minutes to run.
Run away!
I'm not near this
I mean,
madness.
can
right?
can you dismiss it before that happens?
Yes, I think so. After it's done its deed, I dismiss it. Yeah.
Yep. So you banish it
Once it's killed.
once it's done him. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Good. Okay. And you go where next?
To look for the sun.
Where do you go at?
We've done a lot of research on him, haven't we? So we know roughly what his patterns are. So I go to where I think he may be. If that helps.
At this time of day in the morning, he'll probably be at their estate.
Okay.
So you're going to the Minthur estate.
By yourself.
Okay. Yes. No. Come on, let's have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So you head out of town. The large roads that lead away from Tyr are surrounded on all sides by the fortified estates of the nobles. It'll take you about an hour to reach the Minthurs, about 3 or 4 miles away from the city at the edge of its verdant belt. I'll get back to you shortly. Your companions, however, head back to the villa. Constantine, on the way back, you hear a few minutes of what sounds like consternation on Caravan Way. You see smoke rising. Word comes that a fire elemental has incinerated Lord Trevalis Minthur.
I allow a smile to cross my face and continue to the villa.
Okay.
I mean, heartfelt sadness at nothing that you just said.
You rejoin your companions. Ra, Bagal, Tik Tik, and Portek are there. Of Matthias, there is no sign.
Where's Matthias?
Do we hear the news of the fire?
Yeah, do we
see
have
the
any
smoke?
idea?
Yeah, like, are you even remotely aware?
If Tin tells you.
Exactly.
So yeah, when Tin walks in, I didn't know if they knew either. Has any of you seen Matthias?
No, Matthias not here. We were actually expecting him here, but he's not here.
We just got here.
I believe he'll be here presently. It sounds as if he may be on Caravan Way.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
Because there's news of a fire elemental and someone he supremely disliked is dead. And if I remember, he had the ring that I took once. So I'm going to assume he used that to kill him. And either he's on his way here or he's going to probably kill more people that have crossed him.
Is Matthias in danger?
Oh, no. The fire elemental apparently killed everything. So I think we might be good in that regard. I mean, we could go and help him kill more people than, but he seems to be pretty intent on,
who did he kill?
Who did he kill?
Well, I don't know how many ears are here, but we'll say it was a gentleman who was standing across from him earlier.
What if someone saw him? What if he's been captured?
That's a good point. Yeah, let's go. Let's
People
go
are
make
going
sure
to
he
come
doesn't
for
die.
him.
Let's go make sure he doesn't die.
If he did this, he'll be going for the brat next.
No, that's good. I want those bodyguards. We should go join them.
Okay.
This is gonna look really bad on the house, guys.
Well, I'm pretty sure a fire elemental ripping through Major Farraffair is gonna has already done that. So at this point,
look,
I mean,
we can always deny that happened, then that we were any part of that.
Okay, well then let's try to make it less obvious.
Like they're denying that they burned down our estate. We can do blatantly the same thing.
But if Matthias is there doing it, everyone's going to know he's done it. He's going to be stood there.
He's rather sneaky.
How is Matthias going to bring forth a fire elemental? He's not capable of that. We all know that.
What's wrong with your eye?
It's gone.
Let's go follow him.
What's going on with your face, man?
The hell's wrong with you? Okay. Let's go. I'm pretty sure I could track him from wherever he.
What's wrong with your face?
Fires. Yeah.
I just wanted to say
subtlety
in your eye. Yes, you need to get that looked at.
You got a twitch.
I just wanted to say a quick thank you to Osiris 5K for 2 lots of 500 bits. That's 2 D20 inspirations. Let's have a look who that is.
Cross his fingers that one does not go to Mark.
All right, so with that said, Mark, I will lead the group in trying to track Matthias.
Thank you very much, Osiris.
Thank you very much.
One does go to Mark, but I get the other one, so thank you very much.
Well, shit.
You're going to need it.
Shall we go under the cover of some invisibility, guys? Maybe that's a smart idea.
If that's what will it slow us down is the question, because we're going to have to move quick. He's ahead of us, and he has a fire elemental.
Yeah, but we don't want everybody to see us head out of town, do we?
I
don't know.
Well, if we're running to where the incident happened, they might think we're going to help, which we are. So we could go and say, we heard there's a fire elemental here, let's save the day.
We stay away.
Okay, let's invisibility up, and I'll track Matthias, and we'll hopefully minimize some of the damage to the house's reputation. Is anybody against this? Or we could just commence with the bloodletting and just really dig our heels in.
Should some of us stay in the house and guard it, just in case people come for us?
Is anybody... so I'm going to do a quick walk outside of the house and look around, see if anybody's looking, like kind of watching the house.
You have considerable numbers of guards posted at the house already. Don't forget that Ra has a group of half-giants following her now. There's Bengal Bengal's murderous hobbit hordes. There are the former Freydlav guards who pledged their allegiance to Matthias. So the villa and its properties are very well guarded.
Oh no, I'm looking to see if anybody's just watching the villa, trying to keep tabs on us.
You don't spot anybody untoward. No.
I have an idea that we can do this fairly quickly. And if we go invisible, I have a spell which actually points to the location of Matthias.
All right, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Okay. Lee, you did not see him with any white blood, no.
Okay.
All right, so invisibility drops around you as Portex summons life energy. and it is once more into the breach for you, I suppose. However, Matthias, you have headed off ahead of the group, making your way rapidly in pursuit of vengeance, and arrive before too long at the outer fortified perimeter of the Minthur estate. A great brambleweed wall around it, pierced by Agafari gates, manned by half-giant guards. How do you propose to gain entry?
When I see it in the distance, I obviously go into full sneak mode to try and get there without even being spotted from afar.
Let me have a roll for that, please.
Do you want hiding shadows, yeah?
Yes, please.
While we leave, before we leave, I get a garment of Matthias, because I need it as a...
0-2. Excellent roll. Okay, you approach, thoroughly crouch down in the undergrowth, and can gain a nice safe approach up to the Minthur estate as stealthily as you need.
Okay.
So how do you plan to get inside?
Well,
do we know much about this estate?
No, not at all. Bit late for that now.
Okay. I look for an area in the shadows and I just scour the walls.
Over the brambleweed.
Oh, okay. So it's brambleweed there.
Yes.
I'm just going to wait and watch, like, for patrols and stuff like that first.
You see no patrols on the outside. There are guard towers stationed along the brambleweed walls, with guards in them. Half giants at the main gate, human guards in the towers.
Okay. Can I see any buildings, like, inside?
No, you can make out what could be a few grain silos within, poking up just visible above the outer walls, but they're not near the brambleweed.
Let's see if I could scale one of them and maybe come in that way.
The only thing you could really scale is either the main gates or one of the towers.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to try climbing the brambleweed.
No. Okay, whatever then. I just want to kill him, but I'll head back, and I'll get him when he comes out.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch for any runners that are coming from and bringing news.
No. So you make your way back through the ditches and hedges and along the side of the large causeway. When the Minthur estate is a mile or so behind you, and the city of Tyr another 2 or 3 miles ahead, you're alone on the dusty road. There's a rush of air around you. The unmistakable sign of someone arriving via some form of teleportation. There you go.
Oh.
The words of magic fall from his lip immediately. Around him, the ground turns black in a spreading circle of ash. And even as you reach for your weapons, the pain of defiling magic slows you, crippling you, while it washes over you. I command you to take no hostile action against me, the figure says. it is the most overwhelming compulsion you've ever felt. So much so that even as you think to move against it, pain ripples through your body.
Yes. This is the black compulsion. I have laid it upon you with the command that you now serve me. Every order I give you, you will follow. If you do not, you will die. You have caused me considerable complications, Matthias. I command you to not speak of this meeting to anyone. I command you to reveal this meeting to no one, by any means. I command you to go on with your life until I have need of your service again. I command you to kneel.
Do you kneel?
Is there no save?
Against a geese spell? No.
Oh. Damn.
You could not kneel, of course, and then the constitution damage starts.
Okay, well, I'll kneel then.
Good. Get used to this.
There is another snap of defiling magic, and the figure vanishes. The desire to kneel leaves you almost immediately. You head back to Tyr?
Yes.
About another mile down the road, invisibly, Ra, Tik-Tik, Bangal, Constantine, and Portek, you see Matthias walking back toward the city. You reveal yourselves to him?
Well, you call out to him.
Okay. Well, Portek's voice calls your name invisibly from the air.
I look over.
What have you done?
I didn't get a chance to. It's too well defended.
Not finishing the job you realize is going to cause a shitstorm, man.
It's already a shitstorm.
He's not wrong.
Okay, well, so we're on our way back then? You'll need to get rid of the ring. It's the one thing that ties you to that murder.
Very true.
Didn't you leave the ring behind?
Yeah, you sold it.
No, not that ring. The fire elemental ring.
Oh, the fire elemental ring. Yes, okay. Right.
Yes.
I was about to say, I don't think he sold that one.
No.
All right, so
Bury
we
it.
need to hide.
You can bury it somewhere.
I know.
You can always find it again.
Let's do it right here. Let's do it right here, guys. You give it to me. I'll put it in the ground here.
I'll hand it over.
Okay.
I
Use
sing
your
it.
melody.
Yes, sink it into the ground.
Okay.
And into a rock.
Good.
So it's difficult to find.
Yes.
Deep enough that it won't be found with a detect magic necessarily. No.
All right, everybody remember where we put the rock.
Yeah, remember where we parked.
Yeah. I will be able to find it, don't worry. Okay, let's get the hell out of here then. I cast the second invisibility spell to make sure that Jade is included. Matthias is included.
Okay. And invisibly, your group returns to Tyr and back to the villa, I presume?
Right, Matthias? Back to the villa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Need another break? Oh dear.
So, after the villa, you have not been back for more than 5 or 10 minutes, trying to process just what has happened. Matthias, sitting quietly, your thoughts churning. That sense of always like there's a hand on your shoulder. And you actually catch yourself looking around once or twice. There's nothing there. But it's like you can feel his hand on your shoulder at all times. The black compulsion, he called it. The ease with which he laid it upon you. There is, after you have been home, as I say, but a few minutes, a gentle shimmering in the air. A pale glow of blue light. And in the blue light, a familiar figure appears. Tall, slender, golden skin and wings protruding from his back. It is Corgonard.
Tick looking really surprised.
Tick, you feel almost immediately an overwhelming desire to prostrate yourself before this glorious thing. An instinct deep within you rising up unbidden. Great One, it says. Evangian. Gossamer.
I immediately do so.
You're muted.
He's not.
Oh.
Hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes?
I do not have much time.
By now, you must be aware of the interference with psionic abilities.
Yes. What is that?
If I am correct, the field will have advanced through Tyr this morning. Yes, even now it sweeps across the tablelands.
Oh, it's all over. It's not just Tyr.
It is not just Tyr. I am trying to learn its cause. I do not have much time.
Where are you?
I am near the Lake of Golden Dreams. When I placed the peerless diadem about my neck, a trap of sorts was activated. I was taken prisoner by the Order in a stronghold near Smoking Crown. I managed to escape this morning when the field passed over it. I believe they are still hunting me, however.
They must be affected too, then.
They most certainly were. There was chaos. It is only the fact that my state is a melding of the way and powerful magics that allowed me to seize the opportunity and flee, but I...
So this is not caused by them. Can you teleport towards us? Yeah.
I am not coming to where you are. I am going to do some further investigations to find out where this is coming from. My feeling is that it comes from somewhere to the west, but also from the north.
If it's not by the Order, then what could do this? Is it a Sorcerer King? Worse?
Possibly. I intend to investigate some sources of information that I have access to. But I need you to do the same.
So you're near the Smoking Crown and it came from the north and from the west, from where you are.
I think so. It was fast.
Okay. Well, at least it gives us some hint.
I fear the hand of the lion in this. based on what we heard. But it is too soon to draw such conclusions. There is a scroll that may shed some light. A copy of it exists in a ruin, the city of Othand. I need to ask you to go there.
Will you contact us? How do we get you the knowledge of the scroll?
I will meet you in Deathverendi's Valley in 15 days.
So we need to go to Othand, get the scroll, and be in Deathverendi's Valley within 15 days.
Yes.
Okay. I look at everybody else. That's okay, right? See you there. Get yourself hidden.
Tick looks at the departing form of Corgonard and is still prostrated. And then when he realizes that no one else is doing this prostration, he looks at everybody in complete horror. Why you no show reverence to the Great One?
I wish you success then in your endeavors. No, I must go.
Go.
And he steps back from the shimmering portal of blue light, which fades from sight, and Corgonard with it.
Okay. So we do this, right? We go to Orthand and we go get this scroll.
Yes.
All right. When do we leave?
We leave now?
Wait. Maybe we leave after we are being subjected or being accused with this murder. What do we do?
I mean, I almost feel like we have to wrap things up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we take maybe a day to do that, and we've still got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd be good to make sure that nobody's looking. At us.
Well, we need to get our affairs in order before we go. So
If we leave now, that is almost as good as admitting that we did this thing with at the gate and killed what's his name. So.
All right, then we.
If we just here, we're just here. We went to the estate after the meeting, and that's it. I'm sure they will be knocking on our door soon enough.
All right, let's not lock up because we know they'll be here soon, and just wait for their arrival.
Yeah. Be they bards or otherwise.
Well, in any case, then we better pair up at least, or threes, so that way we're ready to deal with whatever happens. Mm-hmm. We don't want to catch a situation like last time.
We can sit here in the living room invisible and wait for them to show up.
Okay. It's about half an hour before the Tyrian guard arrives at the villa. Captain Zalcor leading them. And asked to meet with you, Matthias.
Okay. I cast Reverse of Detect Lie.
Yes.
Go beat him.
So you've encountered Zalcor before a couple of times. Fairly straight up guard captain, long neck, mustache of which he's really rather proud.
Mark, I'd like to point out that my character is concealed on his guarded land, by the way.
Yes, gotcha. Okay.
How can I help you?
Here to ask you a few questions, sir. Do you mind if I come in?
Sure.
You can see he's got about a dozen guards in the street. He just waves them. Just wait out, please. Heard you had a bit of set to at the council chambers this morning, sir.
Yes.
Do you mind talking me through what happened?
Well, I accused him of something, I'm assuming. Obviously, he's talking about thingy, yeah?
Sorry, sir?
So you're talking about what happened, yes?
I would just, if you could just talk me through what happened this morning at the council chambers, sir.
Well, we arrived after what happened to the city. And there was lots of arguments. What do you want to know specifically?
Are you walking through into the living room? Are the rest of you there? Are you all still invisible? In the living room?
We were, yeah.
I'll be in the practice yard, invisible.
Okay, Constantine, I know where you are.
I'm up high, like kind of at an angle where
Yep.
if I need to, I can unleash arrows.
Portek, you're invisible.
Yes.
Bingle Bangle and Ra.
I think I'm invisible too, with Portek.
So you're sitting next to Portek, and what about you, Ra? Likewise?
Part of me feels like should there be backup for Matthias visible in the room so they don't try anything?
Let them try.
Well, it's up to you.
I imagine, like, she'll probably be hidden, but she'll be in, like, out the way so he doesn't accidentally bump into her because she's massive.
Yes. It's like standing behind the sofa kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Heavy breathing.
Yeah, us two, obviously.
Yeah. So disagreements, you said. What were these disagreements about, and with whom? A bit louder, please, sir. I can't quite make that out.
With Lord Minthur himself.
House Minthur.
Yes.
Right. And you said you accused him of something?
Yes.
What did you accuse him of, sir?
Of still bringing in slaves into Undertier.
I see. And why was he doing that, sir?
You tell me.
I'm asking you, sir. You made the accusation.
Yes. Because we know. We got the information off his son.
Right. And what information was that, sir?
About the slaves. Are you following?
Did you learn from his son why he was bringing slaves into Tyr?
No.
Very well. That's it's interesting you say that, sir, because that's not what I was told by those who were in attendance this morning at the council.
Okay.
So I'm wondering why you're telling me something different than you told them.
Of why they are bringing in slaves. I do not know why they're bringing in slaves.
That's not what you said this morning, sir.
No.
So why have you changed your story then, sir?
We don't know why they're bringing in slaves. Are they going into Undertier? What they're being used for,
sir?
we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Very well. He sits back. And what happened after the meeting, sir?
We stayed back for a bit and then we went home. Why?
So you don't know anything about the fire elemental then, sir?
I did hear something happened, yes. Fire elemental.
Yes. It attacked Lord Minthur's palanquin, killed him and his handlers.
Really? Well, that's a shame. It got to him before I could.
Mm-hmm.
How does one get a fire elemental anyway?
Well, it's interesting you should say that, sir, because there was a fire elemental attack to a villa a little while ago.
My villa?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, I remember, yes.
There's no connection between these two events.
Maybe the same person that's trying to kill me with the fire elementals killed Minthur.
Yes. Let's see. Very well, sir. Thank you for
If you're asking if I killed Lord Minthur, no, I didn't.
Oh, I never mentioned it, sir.
It was the fire elemental did. You've just told me that.
Yes, of course. And
I'm
as I understand it,
a wizard or anything.
you're exactly, sir. You've got no way of controlling such a creature.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. I think that about covers it for me, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
And he stands and leaves. At the door, he stops. Oh, one more thing, sir.
Yes.
Bloody Columbo.
Nice.
Is there a reason you haven't mentioned Don't Malpain to me?
What happens in the council chambers is not everything that needs to be said here.
I am captain of the city guard, sir. You're required by council decree to share information with me fully and frankly.
Okay.
Why have you not done so?
I've told you they're being taken into Undertier.
You see, that's the third time I've asked you that question, sir, and you haven't answered it once.
I've mentioned Undertier 3 times.
But I'm not talking about Undertier, sir. I'm talking about the Arcanamach.
Yes. So they're being taken to him. What's the difference? Why would that go against my case?
Case, sir?
Yes. You obviously clearly.
You're not a suspect. You're not a suspect, sir.
Well, that's good. I should be, because I did want to kill him.
You and me both, sir. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
I'll be in touch. And humming a little tune to himself, he heads back out to the street.
Now, where do I find his son?
So, after he departs, I presume the rest of you can make yourselves visible, or...
No. We're still waiting for the Bard visit, which is also going to be imminent, right?
These things always come in pairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like horseflies.
We're not going to let the DM lure us to let our guard down and then strike us again. You know, we can't do that.
Right, well, how long are you waiting then?
Until we get bored, because Rara's picking
Okay.
up objects and making them be like, woo, around the tires.
Fingal's hungry, man. He's gonna need some food soon.
Tin will just take a nap until such time that something happens, because I don't have to do anything to stay hidden. I
Yes,
can't be
okay,
found.
Fair enough. Well, throughout the remainder of the day, there is no sudden attack by a bard or anything such like.
You liar.
Also, are any of you guys looking for Tin right now?
So-
Because chances are you can't find him.
So why were you being so difficult with the question? You've asked you a straightforward question. With the Dotham Malpain thing, you were heaping masses of
Suspicion on yourself, yeah.
What's going on there?
I didn't essentially lie, though, did I? I might not have told the whole truth.
Yeah, but that's not the point. You lie or you don't lie. You're very good at lying, so that should not be the issue here. But why didn't you just say it?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He didn't seem like he cared. I think he knew that we were gonna lie.
Probably. But then you spun that conversation out where you gave him a straightforward answer. You said it out and loud in the council.
Or maybe I don't want to speak of him.
Okay. What happens? So,
maybe
what's next
that
then?
Name is cursed. Who knows?
I assume we now are free to go and get the scroll. Is that what I imagine we're doing next?
I think so, I suppose. If there's no bards coming, then yeah, why not?
No bards?
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
Yes, they don't need to send a bard now. They've got one in your party. Sorry. Yeah.
I still want to go and look for the sun.
So he is, as I mentioned, he will be in the estate, and after what's just happened, it's not very likely he's going to put in an appearance today or the next day or the day after that. The question remains then, do you wish to delay your departure from Tyr for Othand until you can nail Verassi?
I think it's wise to let the sun live for a little bit with that fear. Then we come back later, or one of us or two of us come back before the others, and then just dispatch them, slip back out of town, and then we come back into town together.
Fair enough.
If you're dead set on killing the little bastard,
I mean, it would be fun.
Is it extremely urgent, though?
No.
No. Let's savor it, shall we?
And the other thing has a time limit, so let's get that one done first then.
Yeah. We've only got 2 weeks. Let's make it count.
Let's get going then. Everybody, you get an hour to put your stuff together, and then we go.
Yeah. So, by the way, when Tin did say that, he just seemed to step out of nowhere. Like he was just. He's just like
the rest of us, because we all dropped our invisibility.
No, I wasn't using invisibility. Yeah.
No, but it's like we all just appear at the same time. Like
they don't know that.
Don't even notice the difference. We're just like
yeah. Or just like.
Well, actually, I wouldn't have been close. What's the distance on the invisibility?
It's 10-foot radius around Portek.
Yeah, then I wouldn't have been within that range because I was over and up.
No, that's very true. You were.
So
Portek. There's no need to make the roll for it. Othand was a city pretty much smack bang in the center of the Tablelands. It's, as you recall it, about 20 to 30 miles to the east of Silver Spring, out in the great stony wastes that lie in that direction. So you're looking at a total distance of 95, about 120 miles. Almost all of that is by road. You can get to Silver Spring by road, but beyond that.
And then the last bit is, how much is the last bit?
25 miles.
25 miles through what kind of territory?
Through stony barrens, which will actually be at half speed, so treated as 50. So,
okay. Stony barrens. Anybody good with stony barrens?
Not me.
Nope.
I can show you a slightly faster way through it, but I'm not proficient with it.
Okay.
I have survival sandy wastes and boulder fields, so no.
Yeah, so no.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's get cracking, I would say.
Okay.
And let's
right then. So yes, go ahead.
Let's not get ourselves swindled by the elves of silver.
Yeah, not again.
Look, they might have some really valuable magic items to send.
Do they fuck?
I'd rather not know that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't need to know that.
Okay. Well, then, an hour's preparation to gather your belongings, to sort your mounts out, to gather sufficient water and provisions.
Ra,
For the
would you
journey
keep my
ahead.
provisions and items on your mount, please?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, thank you.
How much is it? Because she's carrying a lot of water.
It would be enough for his trip. He has more than enough for that.
No, I mean like how much weight wise?
We'll handle that off camera.
Okay.
So burden ourselves with bookkeeping, certainly after the morning that you have had. Discussions at the council chamber. A close-up encounter with Verasi of Minthur and his rising moons. Some shit people should never have to experience. Fire elementals, weird psionic suppression fields, and it's not even lunchtime. Oh yeah, and a personal encounter with Dotham Pain that we shall never speak of.
I will ask the group.
It will be a relief, perhaps, to get to the ruins of Othand, which contains a genuine and extremely rare Dark Sun dungeon.
Yay!
I will ask the group to take my Inix with them, and I will catch up while they're on the road.
Okay. We will see how that pans out. Next
We will
session.
see whether we say hell no next session, I guess.
Ra.